Thursday.
Good morning.
Morning, Robin. Artie is not here. He called in sick this morning, and just so you know. Now, I can tell you that I received a message from Artie last night. I didn't hear my phone ring, but who knows what planet I'm on. Artie called me from Dancing with the Stars. He was watching it. He says, you have got to be the greatest PR machine for Dancing with the Stars. After that interview today.
He watched it?
I had to watch it to see if that chick was hot. If that chick was so hot, the one that Kevin Connolly from Entourage is dating.
Right.
And he goes, nothing gay about this show. I mean, I think he's a convert now.
Oh, no, he's going to start watching Dancing with the Stars?
He couldn't believe how good looking. Although her name is Julianne, and Artie called her Sabrina.
He might be mixing her up. But Sabrina, who's Sabrina?
I don't know, but
who is Sabrina?
Julianne is the one that Kevin Connolly, right? Julianne?
Yes.
Fred?
Yeah,
Julianne.
Yeah, and her brother's on the show too. He's a dancer.
Her brother's on the show?
Yeah, almost good looking enough to be a woman, blonde-haired kid.
Runs in the family.
Yeah.
Everybody's a good-looking woman.
Yeah. Anyway, so Artie called me all upbeat. He goes, I want to talk to you because we should compare notes. We're both watching Dancing with the Stars, which is a rare call from Artie.
Yes.
I don't really get calls from Artie at home.
And that would have been a bonding call. You two could have sat on the phone watching Dancing with the Stars together.
What Artie doesn't realize is I TiVo, and I don't start watching till a half hour later.
So you can fast forward.
Yeah, I can't stand sitting through
all the good
commercials.
parts.
Yeah, I just get right to the good parts. I hate the woman co-host on there. I have a lot of problems.
Is she still pregnant?
No, there's a lot of people I have to fast forward through.
I see.
And that chick from Beverly Hills 90210, the blonde-hair girl, Jenny Garth.
Yeah.
She's got to be disturbed, right? I mean, she makes weird, contorted faces. Do you watch the show at all?
No.
She's like
twitching during the dance?
I don't know, but she'll go she'll hear bad news from the judges and then she'll go.
Screws up her face a lot, huh?
It's like, she doesn't look normal.
She's a ditz, probably.
Yeah, no, I think that there's really a problem there.
You mean like a mental problem or a physical problem?
I don't know anything, but
Are we ready to diagnose her?
I've never seen a normal person make faces like that.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Gary? You watch the show.
I don't watch the show, but John Hyde just told me Sabrina is one of the Cheetah Girls.
No,
she got kicked off.
Sabrina's off the show.
I know that. I keep up with that.
And she was ugly, so it couldn't be the one Artie was talking about.
Yeah, she was a little hefty, wasn't she?
A little.
Yeah. There's no. I mean,
He's Benji sized.
Anyway, so then Artie called Gary this morning and now is blaming his new diet for his illness.
Please.
Let me see. I got a whole bunch of
You got that
these
from
things.
Robin with her detox thing. So you figured it worked for her.
I didn't ever lose time at work.
Oh, you got
All right, you ready? Here's Artie's. Gary thinks this is Artie's masterpiece because
this is the best call ever.
Well, because he feels it's just he's got the sick voice.
It contains everything. He sounds sick,
and he was careful not to cough on it.
Jared, it's Artie. I'm not coming in today. I'm sick. I just threw up, and
no.
To tell you the truth, I think I need something to eat other than this diet.
He's caving.
I got to tell you something.
What?
Having worked with Artie now, how many years we have Artie on the show?
Oh, 7 or 8.
Okay. I got to tell you, I've seen the guy be on heroin, and I've seen him, go through breakups, and I saw him get really upset with Sal and Richard. I have never seen a more miserable guy since he started this diet. I think food withdrawal is even, there's no
Worse
Subutex.
than
Yeah.
The heroin withdrawal.
Worse. Do you agree? Have you been noticing his...
Yeah, I know that he's struggling.
He is struggling.
Yeah, but he's got this mental toughness that makes him go through the pain, but it's not working. His body is going to bring him down.
I really think the diet's killing me. I threw up and it was like nothing, and I don't know. Maybe my immune system is fucked because of it.
Oh my God, he was on it for 3 days.
But
He's starving. His immune system. fucked up from a 3-day diet.
You know, Biafrans laugh at Artie.
Yeah, you know, there are people who are in real trouble. His immune system, now he's just very depressed.
Yes.
He wants to eat whatever he wants to eat.
See, this is the problem. The depression causes him to eat, and he's done nothing about the depression.
Right. Right. He's having high C and Coca-Cola withdrawal.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have a fever and I'm fucked here, so I'm not coming in today.
Then just go back to eating. Eat your 50 cupcakes.
How much have you lost anyway? Have you noticed any loss of weight?
No. I like also that here's a guy eating 50 cupcakes a day. That didn't make him sick.
No.
That didn't affect his immune system.
He was as healthy as a bull.
He got off of that, and now his immune system
That's
shot.
right. His immune system is shot in 3 days.
I love that guy.
And it makes perfect sense to him.
You know, I could do like 4 hours a day just like...
Analyzing Artie.
Just talking to Artie about Artie problems.
Look, I was laughing so hard. See, I didn't want to say it. I hope he's sleeping.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a
He's
replay.
asleep. He's asleep.
But I was in the car with him and his mother. It was the funniest dynamic
What's going on for real? Finally tell me, because I know this. You see, Artie doesn't know it all stems from, his early life.
He's like a 9-year-old.
Oh, he is.
And so his mother gets in the car, or, she's at the restaurant, she's being light, just having general conversation, and she doesn't say anything about the day, right? This was the day he had the blow up with Sal and threw the thing. Finally, he goes, "Ma, did anybody tell you about the show today?" And she says, "Oh, Artie, I heard your uncle called me, so I had to turn it on. Why'd you have to do that?" "Oh, Ma."
He's in love with that mother.
And this went on. It was like an Italian movie. "Oh, Ma. And Artie, they should never have spoken to you like that. But Ma was out of line." And he was beating himself up, and his mom was propping him up.
If you ever want to rent a movie, it's called Marty. And I've always said Artie should replay Marty, because Artie's real life is Marty. But you don't, Jesus Christ.
Oh, it was just...
Yeah, he's way
Ma.
tied in with that mom and the sister.
"Oh, Ma."
Yeah.
And then when the sister, did you hear? He had to make sure they all knew. And then he had to cry that, "I shouldn't have done it, Ma. I was wrong, Ma." And Mommy's like, "But they shouldn't have talked to you like that, Artie. You're so good to them."
Yeah. Oy vey. See, he needs you to observe him.
Oh, it was amazing.
So what do you think is going on in terms of the dynamic of why Artie can't, get his life together with, food? And what do you think it is? Is it that he's really angry about how...
Yeah, he's got a lot of pent-up anger, first of all, from the death of his father.
Right.
He feels a little guilty, and he feels a little abandoned.
Right.
Combined.
Which is something he ain't in touch with.
No.
Right.
And he's pissed off. And he became the focal point of the family. And he's got to remain a mess so that everybody has something to do.
Right. Or he's also angry that now he's got to be the support system to his mom.
Well, yeah, he had to grow up before he wanted to grow up.
Yeah.
And so he's still, he maintains that sort of 9-year-old, "Mommy."
Wow. Does he say mommy?
No, but he was like, "Ma," it was all, he was whining like, it was a song. "Oh, Ma."
It's hard to grow up when you're in that, and you're in that mode.
Really? "Ma, did you hear the show?" "Well, I shouldn't have thrown the thing, Ma. I was wrong, Ma."
Jesus. Yeah, we got to get him.
He needs help.
You know what, though? I love the guy. I got to
He's
say.
so great. He is.
Great.
And
he's got the best heart out of He's got the best heart out of anybody I've ever met.
Amazing guy.
Yeah. He's a good dude. I hope he's okay. This diet is killing him. I look over at him sometimes and I see just a miserable guy because he makes love to that food.
Believe me, Wednesday was torture for him last week because they had the Halloween cupcakes.
Oh, bastard. I swear to God, I wish I could just give him a pill that he could eat whatever he wants and not gain weight, but...
And he's sitting there nursing the one Coke, that he can have.
And he wants 9. He just wants his food.
Trying to drown his sorrow in water.
I'll let you know tomorrow. I'll call you later. Sorry, Gar. And later.
That's my boy.
But he really, Reverend Bob is right. Reverend Bob even says, I got on the pills, I'm losing weight, I'm not drinking, because he feels better. Artie's drowning his sorrow either in food or heroin or coke.
But he won't get help.
No.
I gave him the name of a top psychiatrist. I mean, really, really, and a lot of thought went into who his psychiatrist should be.
Yeah, because he needs the top guy.
Yeah, this is the top guy.
He needs a team of top guys.
This top guy will have to quit every client and just concentrate on Artie.
Poor thing. But to blame the diet on being sick.
Actually, I don't want to tell you the name of his psychiatrist because that's private between Artie and the psychiatrist
Right.
if Artie ever goes to him. But the guy's name is Sigmund Freud, okay? That's how incredible.
The top guy.
He's considered the father of modern psychiatry.
Hello?
Garrett, it's Artie. What's up, man?
Artie?
Listen, man, I'm not going to come in today. I'm sick.
Yeah?
Sick as a dog. I got a fever.
Maybe you called the wrong number.
That's like...
Okay.
It's 5 a.m. on Monday.
Well, according to my clock, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, not 5 o'clock in the morning.
And, I don't know. I'm going to try to get rid of this today.
Get rid of what?
I don't know.
No. This is the wrong number. This is Avenue.
It's the only number I figured I could call.
Okay, but you're calling the wrong number. I don't have no one works for me. It's only me and my cousin.
All right, so I'm not going to be there today.
Yeah?
I'm going to rest today. I should be there tomorrow.
Where?
Hopefully. All right, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine with me. What am I going to tell you? Don't be here.
I'm sorry, man.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, so I'm not going to be there today.
I think you got it wrong.
I'm going to rest today. I should be there tomorrow. Hopefully. All right, I'm sorry.
You don't work here. Nobody works in this place but me and my cousin. I don't even know you.
So funny, it reminds me of that. There was a TV show or something. I can't remember where I saw it, but guy decided he would just show up for work every day, even though he didn't work there.
He didn't work there?
Yeah. I can't remember what it was. Jim Carrey or somebody comes to mind when I think of this. Yeah, so he shows up every day, and he's kind of... And after a while, they all just figure he works there.
They just let him keep coming there.
Maybe it was an episode of Sex and the City. I don't know what it was, but it was really funny.
Good morning, Down.
Gary, it's Artie.
Who's Artie?
Need more ammunition.
Who is this? And what do you want from me? Why are you...
It's Thursday morning. I can't stop throwing up or shitting.
I told you this last time. I don't know you. I don't know your name. I don't know why you keep on calling me. Stop bothering me.
Sorry I had to bleep that, but...
What believe? Believe what? What are you talking about?
I got some sort of stomach virus. It's killing me. I gotta go, I'm going to the doctor, so I'm not going to be there today, so...
Oh, okay. Go see a doctor before you drop dead.
Have a good time with this one.
Man.
I'll probably be in tomorrow. I know I will be, no matter what.
I see you coming in the store. I promise you. I'll punch you in the mouth. I don't want you in the store tomorrow.
It's better than dealing with this, so...
Go ahead, deal with it, and go with yourself.
Sorry, Gar. Later.
Whatever.
He's so sympathetic. Yeah, go before you drop dead.
For those of you just tuning in again, Artie is sick today. He called in sick.
Yes, another infamous call.
Called me at home at around 8 o'clock, was fine.
Yeah, what did he get sick overnight?
I don't know, but this is just a reminder of that if you happen to miss it.
Garrett, it's Artie. I'm not coming in today. I'm sick. I just threw up, and to tell you the truth, I think I need something to eat other than this diet.
Good food is killing
me. I really think the diet's killing me. I threw up and it was like nothing, and I don't know. Maybe my immune system is fucked because of it. But
we found it amazing that Artie's immune system could be fucked up from 3 days of dieting and eating healthy. All the years of just tremendous abuse.
Artie had a salad and now he's sick.
Artie ate something healthy and got sick. It killed him. Absolutely killed him. But we'll hope that Artie will be back tomorrow. He continues on.
Can you imagine? But when the last time he called in sick, we told him the next time, like as if he has a cold, he coughs. But when he says he has diarrhea or is vomiting, he should actually throw up.
Yeah. But because of his diet, he has nothing in it.
I have a fever and I'm stuck here, so I'm not coming in today. I'll let you know tomorrow. I'll call you later.
I have
Sorry, Gar.
He called me at 8 o'clock.
This is suspicious, Howard.
Because he was watching Dancing with the Stars to see how hot that dude's girlfriend was. And he called me to discuss it, and he was fine.
That's why it's suspicious. When did he get overtaken by this illness?
I don't know.
It doesn't sound right.
No. I mean, but look, give him the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't sound right that you're getting calls from Nick Manning and not doing them.
Right.
Sounds
And
wrong
not
there.
what?
And not doing them.
Right.
Oh, please.
We got to get in Steve Langford. Stevie, get in here and do your thing. Steve Langford from the Howard 100 News. Steve?
Just some of the stories we're working on in the Howard 100 newsroom. Breaking news.
Yes.
Artie Lang.
Uh-oh.
His alleged diet. Is it the cause of him being sick today? Howard 100 News obtaining this picture of Artie Lang yesterday at the corner of Houston and Varick Streets, downtown, armed with a big bag of McDonald's and a drink.
Oh, my God.
Sure, that's a salad.
So if he's claiming...
He had an audition yesterday, so that's probably where he was getting that food.
So he's claiming he's sick from his diet, but he's sitting there sipping a 32-ounce drink and a big bag of food.
See,
We're just asking.
Wow.
What do you
now,
think?
could that be a scene?
How do you know that was taken yesterday?
Confirmation.
Yeah.
Sources.
Okay.
No, wait, can I see the picture again?
Yes, of course.
A little
What was he
closer.
wearing
Only reason I
yesterday?
want to see his shave. His shaving was really unusual yesterday. It was like super.
It was super tight, close.
Yeah, that was yesterday. He was wearing that Ohio State shirt.
Yeah, that's
Teddy
true.
verifies it, his assistant. He
So does
verifies
Teddy-
that Artie did, in fact, have McDonald's yesterday.
So what kind of diet is he on?
What diet is he lying about causing him illness?
Sorry. Teddy verifies that he was at that corner wearing that outfit. Not that he didn't see him have McDonald's.
I hear Sal getting mad again.
It's in his hands. Maybe he had a McDonald's salad, but I doubt it.
No.
Well, still, the 32-ounce drink.
You don't go to McDonald's for salad.
Hello, Gary. I'm sick from this diet.
He probably had 4 Angus burgers.
Who's he kidding?
Oh, my goodness. And here we're listening to him every day when he tells us he's being so good and he's only getting the Frankie and Johnny's restaurant to send him a meal
Yeah.
of fish and vegetables.
There's the
The
picture.
guy's a half vegan.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
Well, I mean,
Gar, it's Artie.
I feel so betrayed.
I'm not coming in today. I'm sick. I just threw up, and to tell you the truth, I think I need something to eat other than this fucking diet.
no. What? So how many adults you know always throwing up? Why is everyone
I know.
throwing up? I haven't
throws up
thrown
all
up
the time.
I haven't thrown up since I'm like 7.
Well, that's why I resented it when you said Artie's so healthy. Artie's always throwing up.
I really think the diet's fucking killing me. I
No.
threw up, and it was like...
He's eating McDonald's yesterday.
Right.
The
It
diet's
was
still-
a relapse of McDonald's that's killing you.
What do you make of this, John?
Maybe for him, it is a diet. I mean, he's eating less than he was before.
Diet.
Maybe he didn't get, supersized.
Because honestly, like Artie, like Robin even said, does Artie look any thinner to you? I mean, like he's already been doing this a week or so.
And with the rate he was eating, he should have fallen off.
Right.
Yeah, something should have been.
Yeah.
When you went to dinner with him, was he like watching what he ate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a salad and I forget what his entree was, but it was probably chicken or something.
No side dishes, nothing.
No.
Well,
You know
And
he
I
was
told you,
stopping.
the one
he was
Coke.
stopping somewhere on the way home.
one Coke and no dessert.
Right.
Well,
Nothing, and I don't know. Maybe my immune system is fucked because of it.
Because of his diet.
But I told you he made me wait downstairs for about 5 or 10 minutes.
Probably eating.
He could have been throwing away the McDonald's.
He's tanking up before
14 pizza boxes in his apartment.
Before Miss Perfect Diet showed up.
Anyway, I have a fever and I'm fucked here, so I'm not coming in today.
I got quarter pounderitis.
Let you know tomorrow. I'll call you later.
Tomorrow.
Sorry, Gar. And later.
Later.
Sounds like a motorboat.
He's off to the races.
I'm puking. I don't feel well.
What else you got there, Stevie?
Also today, behind the history of Howard Stern, the voiceover session for this extraordinary radio documentary to begin today with Jim Forbes, best known as the voice of VH1's Behind the Music. The signing of Jim Forbes to narrate the history of Howard Stern, yet another sign of the magnitude of this project. The history of Howard Stern begins December 17th here on Howard 100.
Excellent news. I can't wait for that special. Everyone is looking forward to it, even Artie. There he goes again. That's actually tape of Richard Christie throwing up. That's real.
Oh.
Unbelievable. But, what the hell? That's some message.
Steve, in the age of photo doctoring and Photoshop, and really it calls into question the legitimacy of digital photography.
Until you have sources.
Right.
First of all, the guy who was down there. Secondly, somebody, well, we don't like to break sources, but somebody who was there. 2 people who were there.
So you have eyewitnesses.
Yes, absolutely.
This is for real.
Yes.
This is the real deal.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm not going in there unless I'm sure.
Now, what was inside that bag? Are we talking
we don't know.
the double cheeseburger meal? What's going on?
Who knows? Could it be a salad? A lot of people believe that's impossible. Could this be a diet drink? Again.
You'd like to say yes, but logic tells you no.
Yeah, I mean, when you're on a diet, you don't necessarily think of McDonald's as the first place you're going to go, but who knows?
Hey, Steve, way to go, man.
You are the man.
You ended a lot of speculation about whether he was out due to his diet or...
Well, listen, this is
sickness.
thanks to a tipster on the Howard 100 News tip line, so thank you to that tipster.
You keep the stories coming, Steve.
Penny.
Thank you, bud.
We love your work.
Great to talk to you.
Penny.
Mr. Quivers.
That picture was apparently taken on Houston and Varick.
I know exactly the area.
Perhaps he was you want to know my opinion? I think he was getting McDonald's for his driver, Herb, who might have been hungry after waiting outside for Artie, to pick him up after work. So
Ted.
We don't know if Artie ate it. We don't know.
Ted, come to me. Come to me. I need to know. Did Artie enter a McDonald's yesterday?
By the way the picture looks, it looks like he entered a McDonald's, yes. But I wasn't with him, so... Did he eat it? No idea. But
to the best of your knowledge, is he really sticking to this diet?
Yeah, he is. To the best of my knowledge, I swear, Scout's honor, he has been sticking to this diet.
But there is no false accusation going on behind that picture. It's very possible, seeing that he was in the area and there was a picture shot, and there's definitely a McDonald's.
That's what they
right
needed to
near
confirm with me. They said that's how they confirmed it. They said, what street was his audition on?
Right.
And I said Varick Street. And that picture was taken on the corner of Houston and Varick, so therefore they put 2 and 2 together.
Well, Artie blamed his absence today on his
diet. Perhaps it was maybe.
And he's not sticking to it. Is there any chance he's using again?
No. Using what? Maybe using sugar, but I mean, come on.
Not any drugs or any hardcore stuff again.
No. Look, he might have fallen off the wagon and ate a little something, or maybe he felt guilty about eating something, so he ate some healthy food that was left over or something. I don't know. I mean. You know how he likes to go through and eat old food in the fridge? Maybe he did something like that again and got sick, but Look, that fan catching that picture of him leaving the McDonald's is very incriminating, but let's hope for the best that maybe he just got a salad. Maybe it was a McDonald's salad. They do have a healthy menu now.
You're doing your job as an assistant.
Thank you very much.
We know what's going on. You're someone who is successfully in the midst of a very good diet, a very healthy diet. We just found out that Artie's been eating McDonald's.
Right.
Are you really disappointed by this?
Well, the thing that disappoints me more than anything is Artie felt the need to lie. He doesn't have to lie to us. And so now I have to question whether he's ever telling the truth.
Especially with his absence, seeing that he's blaming the lack of junk food on his, his nauseousness today and missing work.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense when he was eating McDonald's just yesterday. So the diet has nothing to do with his illness.
So why do you think he's out today? What do you think's going on? Is there a possibility that he's using again?
Once again, because of the lie, I have to then say something's wrong with Artie other than his diet.
So it causes reason for a lot of speculation.
I figure after he talked to Howard and he realized he was watching Dancing with the Stars, he fell off the wagon.
Uh-oh. See what happens when you eat McDonald's? This is proof positive you should not eat McDonald's.
It makes you gay.
Yeah.
And by the way, you know who's hanging out in the hallways? Your old arch enemy.
Who's that?
Do you know this, Steve? Penny Crone is out there.
Oh. Do you know why she's here?
Why?
You know what Penny's doing for a living now?
What?
She's real estate.
Okay.
Right, she heard. No.
At an old age home.
And guess who she heard's looking for an apartment?
A blowjob's gonna cost you $4.
Oh, she's here to help. Oh, you're using Penny to help you
I
find
haven't talked to Penny.
Oh, but you should.
Penny just showed up. Robin hasn't called her at all.
This is a real fixer-upper.
Oh, this Penny.
Estate
Hey,
sale.
Penny, you're out of TV completely? What a shame.
She's so good.
What a shame.
Hi, how are you?
See you guys.
How are you?
Can I give you a kiss or no?
Well, not right now. Later, I'll bend you over to the sink.
He'll make out with you.
Yeah.
Hi, Robin.
I mean, I'm on the air now, but how are you doing?
Benji.
How's the real estate thing going?
Awesome. I've sold one apartment for $2.6 million.
Wow.
Nice.
Love it. I actually went to school and graduated and took the state test and passed.
Do you miss reporting at all?
No.
Not at all?
No. I've been there, done that.
Really?
Been there. I miss you guys. I miss coming in and writing news stories for you guys. But, enough already.
Right.
And, I had a friend that was great. He was at real estate school, New York City real estate school, gay guy, right? And I meet him there. His name is Joe. And he walks in, he sits down next to me. This is how I meet him. And the crowd that takes their real estate license in this city is hysterical. And he sits down next to me and says, these people had a choice. They could either go to prison or real estate school. So,
wow. So that's now that you've left, what is your real opinion of Steve Langford? I know when you were here,
you know what? I don't even want to get into that. I haven't even thought about that. I want to sell Robin an apartment.
Howard, there you go.
Robin, don't laugh. That's why I came up here.
What is it, Shuli?
That sounds wonderful.
There was an argument, like, back when Penny worked here between Steve and Penny that I taped in the newsroom with my recorder. I burned it on the CD, and I brought it to Gary, and I played it for him. And Gary didn't even want to air it because he said it was too brutal and, too personal. Like, these two really have gone at it, and they still don't like each other.
I don't understand why you wouldn't like Steve. I really honestly never understood it.
Well, obviously you like him more than me because you fired my ass and you kept his. So.
Well, I love Steve. I love you. But
there he is. Hi.
I have a cold. Nice. Rejection.
Nice.
No, that's the time to kiss her.
Yeah, right? Can you believe this?
Oh, so you do like Steve.
I do. You know what? It's funny. When a year goes by and you step aside, you know what? I got nothing against Steve.
So when you sell an apartment for $2.6,
yeah.
What is the commission on that? About $125,000.
Well, here's you go. I go to these things with this guy that just sold in the Plaza. You ready for this? $32 million in the Plaza.
Wow.
His name is Kristen. He made $1 million commission on 2.6. You get 5%. Then I got to split it with my broker.
Right.
Half of that, and then if there's another broker, so when the dust settles, maybe you make $12,000.
All right, but that's kind of nice.
It's better than what I've been making. Robin, I need your help, though.
You want Robin to buy an apartment with you?
I do.
But how does Robin know you know the really good listings?
I do. I do know them. Everybody knows them.
You just got into the business.
I've been in it a year, Robin.
Oh, okay.
A year.
She's Penny Crone. She knows.
Tell me what you want. Tell me how much you want to spend. Tell me where you want to live. How many bedrooms you want.
Are you against using Penny, or you have someone?
No, I haven't contacted anyone. I'm certainly open to listening to what she has to say.
You know who just bought in my building, the penthouse? I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you this, but I'll do it anyway. What's she going to do? Shoot me? Gail King.
Wow.
Really?
She get
I
that
could
kind
be
of money?
Gail King's neighbor?
Yeah, she's going to be in the penthouse.
Robin wants to live right next door to her.
Hey, Howard, one time a fan sent in Steve Langford a trophy for Best Reporter, and it made Penny so nuts that she wanted to break it. Remember, she came in here and broke it on your show?
I miss those days.
And I talked to her like 3 weeks ago, and I asked her about Steve. This was her quote. She said that the people who fired her from Fox, she doesn't hate as much as she hates Steve. And this was 3 weeks ago.
Why are you digging this up?
Because we should talk about it.
Why do you hate Steve?
I'm a professional. Look at how I dress.
But I don't understand the rift between you and Steve. What happened here? He's such a nice guy.
You know what? I can't even remember why I hate you, Steve.
I can. It was an issue of work back there. Like Steve would piss her off by saying she's not working enough, and she would get pissed off because she would see Steve as like a brown noser going to wait for David Lee Roth in the alleys and like doing all this work and like trying to look good in your eyes, and it would piss her off. So
he's doing his job.
You know.
Well,
I am not out there trying to look good. I mean, we come in and do headlines. We barely work with Howard. The fact of the matter is we're reporters. We go cover stories. That's what we're supposed to do.
Well, I got to give you credit, Steve. You did work a hell of a lot harder than I did.
Yeah, he is
He's a hard worker. I got to give him credit.
He certainly is. That's what keeps him going.
But you know what, Howard, I was thinking about you. And
have you ever given a new client, like a real estate, like you're going around with a guy showing him an apartment, have you ever given a guy BJ?
No,
you know. Interested?
No, they're not interested in me. That's a problem. Some of these brokers are like 25 years old. Forget about it.
I'd say, hey, honey, you want a commission, you take care of the kid right now.
I would do it if they asked, but they don't ask. You know, it's a problem.
You'd be willing.
That's why I want to work for Robin.
Right.
I doubt if you'll ask, you know.
Right. And if she does, you'll do it. That's all.
For Robin, I do.
Well, Penny.
She is now working. She's out here hustling for a client. Look at her.
I
She's
am.
putting in the time.
I did Fox Business Channel 2 weeks ago. Did you see me in the Post?
No.
A couple of weeks ago, they had a big on page 6.
I saw that.
Yeah, I was on page 6, and I'm working it, Robin, and I'm gonna I will be your best broker because you guys like Howard. You must have a broker you love, and you're not gonna...
Absolutely. Sal, what is it?
It's nice to have Penny back, but I'm glad she's doing real estate because she totally stunk as a news journalist. I mean, wait, hold on.
What are you doing?
I can back it up. What type of news journalist interviews Ronnie Mund and he's impersonating his wife, and Penny completely fell for it?
That was great.
All right.
It's in white in GP1. That is the greatest bit in the history of the show.
All right, here's Penny interviewing what he thought was Ronnie's wife.
Ronnie, the limo driver, has been married for more than 25 years. Ronnie is married to Bonnie, and they have 2 beautiful grown children. Ronnie wasn't roasted on the Howard Stern show. He was fried. Comics like Shuley, the Reverend Bob Levy, Sal, Artie Lane, Jim Florentine, and Don Jameson skewered Ronnie. They joked about everything from Ronnie's age to Ronnie's insatiable appetite for Scores girls. So, what does Bonnie think of Ronnie's roast?
I think they really didn't do enough to him. They should have did more.
Really?
Yeah, because he could take it a lot better. I thought they were going to do a lot more to him, but they kind of mellowed out on him a little bit, I think.
Did he talk to you after the roast and say what he thought?
Yeah, he was pretty calm. I thought he was going to be a little more upset, but he was okay with it.
Now that's interesting. They didn't roast him enough. A lot of observers say he came out of Studio 69 well done. Anyhow, moving forward, imagine living with Ronnie. What's he like when he's not driving Howard and girls at Scores? Crazy.
He's a lunatic at home.
Tell me, what's he like?
He's always with his NASCAR races, and it's just on Sundays you can't even talk to him. He's just like glued to the television set.
What's he watching? NASCAR?
NASCAR. He's so into NASCAR and Tony Stewart and all those guys. It's all he's into. And strippers. He's so into strippers.
And that doesn't bother you?
No, because he comes home to me.
What is it like being married to him when you know that he goes to Score and you hear all this stuff on the radio?
Yeah, but you got to remember, when he goes to Scores and hangs out with all those hot girls, he comes home to me.
If you could pick another job for Ronnie to do, what would it be?
Probably managing Scores. That's where he loves to be.
And you would still stay married to him?
Of course.
What advice do you have to all women to keep a marriage together when you got a lunatic, as you say, for a husband like Ronnie?
Let your man do what he wants, as long as he comes home to you every night.
What more is there to say? Ronnie and Bonnie, keep up the great...
You know what, maybe Sal's right. Maybe reporting wasn't for you.
I am such a
why
sucker.
So Ronnie, even with the bad grammar?
Yeah.
I know, right? But I just saw him out here. Everybody looks great. I'm so happy
We're
to be
happy
back
to see you.
you.
Congratulations on your real estate career.
Thanks.
And I certainly will hope Robin will keep you in mind. But, let's see.
I certainly will keep her in
All right.
I'm going to be outside here.
All right, thank you, Penny.
Bye. Thank you,
There's
everybody.
Penny
I love
Crone.
you.
I'm going to try and make her cry before today's over.
No more of
Leave her
that.
alone. She's very sensitive. She really
For
is.
old time's
I love
sake.
her. I love her. I love you, Penny.
Just
Thank you, Howard. I love you too.
All right, I love you. I love you, babe. And I'll see you in the hall when I get
I'll
out.
be in the
okay,
hall.
okay, very good.
All right, Penny, get out.
And Ronnie, clear her out of the hall so I don't run into her. Thank you. All right, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, Penny's a news story, isn't she?
That she's back here?
That she's back and she's now in real estate?
And now she's Robin's real estate broker. Who would ever believe that?
Penny, you had your shot.
I did.
No, you had your shot to really give it to Langford, and you did, and you sort of.
No, you know what? I just want.
She's matured.
I have matured, right?
Yes, she's.
You've
this is
had
the new
lunch with
Penny
me a
Crone.
couple of times
That's
in
right.
the last week, and
Once she finished cursing them out for the first half hour of lunch, we started eating, and it's clearly behind her now.
I'm not mad at him.
No, I could see that because you would have gone after him if you were.
I've matured. I've got to give you my card, my home
All right,
address,
all
and you've
right.
got to give me your number. Or your email.
You know what? I'll email you and give you all this information.
Yeah, I'll have to be up here next month, and she'll weigh 30 pounds. Will you promise?
I promise to do that. We should have lunch at least.
You look, you look phenomenal.
Absolutely. It's so good to
And
see
you know
you.
what,
I miss
Julie,
you.
Tim, and Howard never told me you lost weight. I can't believe.
Because we're not allowed to talk to you.
They don't sing my praises.
Do you feel better?
They don't talk about me when I'm not around.
Your face. Wait a minute.
I'm doing you a favor.
Getting her to answer. Do you,
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You don't talk
do you
to me
feel
so
better?
I feel great.
Don't you feel like
Yeah.
a different when you go
Yeah.
out in the street?
Yeah, I feel great.
Did you buy new clothes?
Please. Otherwise I'd be naked.
Oh, Robin, you look. I am because everybody kept saying.
All right,
you
Penny,
look,
Comedian, I'm here to hang out and shoot the shit with Howard, the guy who gave me a career. So, hope you enjoy it.
Where is Craig Gass? I mean, I know
He's in the green room, I suppose, waiting for somebody to escort him in here.
Oh, there he is.
Nobody helping.
Nobody even helping him. What's the matter, Will? What, are you a little dopey today? What? Why are you so dopey? What happened?
You're admitting to dopiness?
I didn't hear you call for him.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
How you doing, Craig?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Yeah? See, that's Craig's real voice. Very rarely will I have him do that.
That's right. We're talking to Craig today.
They always keep me out of my real voice, but it's great to be here, man.
I forget all the impressions he does. That's why he's in
One of my favorites was Tracy Morgan. You guys finally had him in since the last time I was in. Did I tell you that guy is a fucking nut?
Yeah.
That guy's crazy.
Do you do a good Tracy Morgan?
Yeah, I've always...
That's
just
why
from,
we had him in.
from the stories of seeing
What's with
him...
your beard, by the way? What is that?
It's a very funny facial hair thing.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what it is.
Dude, it's not looking good. It looks rather satanic. It's like, it's a beard, but it's like...
He's got the too dark black hair,
It's,
and
I don't
then
even.
the satanic beard.
Yeah, I don't even know how to.
The Anton Levy beard.
You dye your hair black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now
I
the
started
beard,
getting gray when I was 13.
Yeah, and the beard is dyed black.
A little bit.
Yeah, and it's
A
just
little.
everything's way too black and
Yeah.
evil looking. It's not a good look.
Yeah, it's always good to
Do
come back.
women say they like it?
You know what? Actually, my girlfriend actually says she doesn't.
You
like
have
it.
a girlfriend?
Yeah, I got
you
a
settled
girlfriend.
on one girl?
Yeah, a really nice girl actually.
This guy was
How'd you
banging.
get a nice
this
girl?
guy was. Yeah, I don't know how nice she could be if you're getting her. But no, he for a while Craig would bang every chick associated with our show
Yeah,
if he could
yeah.
get his hands on her. You even had that one-legged girl, the Miss Amputee, right?
One arm girl.
Oh, she's
Right.
no arm.
One arm, right?
Yeah, it was funny because the day that she was on talking about the relationship, I got a call from. I got a text message from Iris John. Then I saw my phone ringing from Bob Levy. I was in Detroit or Minneapolis, and I knew something
trashed
was
you.
wrong. I knew something was wrong. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Bob Levy's calling
And
me.
everybody's texting and calling.
Yeah, and the message from Bob Levy is like, "Hey, it's Bob Levy. There's a one-armed girl throwing you under the bus. Is that possible? How does a one-armed girl throw anyone under the bus?"
She picked you up and threw you under the bus.
Yeah, and,
Yeah, I kind of remember, like, she was on, and she was saying Craig was an asshole.
Right.
I don't even remember. Oh, yeah, she said that Craig would sit there listening to the radio, waiting for himself to be mentioned, and he would shush. He would shush her every time she tried to speak. Shh, shh. How did you end up banging her?
It wasn't quite like that. I met her at a show.
By the way, say hello to George Takei.
Hey, George, how are you?
How
Finally
are you?
get to sit in with you.
Do you do a George Takei impression?
I guess it wouldn't be that hard to go, "Oh my,"
Oh
and,
my.
and everyone
Oh, that's
loves
so
it. It's such a rich voice.
Do you do William Shatner? Do you do?
I never. A lot of people do William Shatner, so I always avoided it.
Usually it was Scotty of the Tar Trek.
Hey, wait. Here is George Takei to do his impression of William Shatner. Go ahead.
Oh, I love George Takei. What is that? What is it? Who is that?
All you have to do.
Are you familiar with Craig Gass's work, George?
No, I'm afraid I.
Would you like to hear him do Sam Kinison, which I think is his best?
I would love
do you remember Sam Kinison and what he sounded like?
Yes.
You do? All right. Then close your eyes, George, and see if you can imagine him here in the room.
I do the voice of Sam Kinison, and it's a voice a lot of people remember. Back in the day on this show, you go, wait a second. I thought this guy was dead! Oh!
It's like he's here, isn't it?
I had to peek.
You had to look.
to make sure.
You thought he was really
we
here.
didn't sneak Sam in.
That's impressive, isn't it?
It is very impressive. What else? Who else do you do?
That's it. No, you do.
Tracy Morgan, who I love. Tracy Morgan, he's crazy. I'm a Jedi. I am a Jedi. I'm from Dagobah. I'm personal friends with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes. That's crazy.
That is good.
Al Pacino, I prank phone called Al Pacino this week.
Why?
I did my first televised roast. We roasted Gene Simmons out in L.A. Phenomenal roast. It was.
Well, you do Gene Simmons of Kiss. Are you familiar with his voice?
Yes,
George?
I am.
You are. All right. Here, close your eyes again and listen to Gene Simmons.
Now, when you hear this voice of Gene Simmons from Kiss, and you tell me I'm going to be roasted, well, as you can imagine, I really flipped my wig, if you know what I'm saying.
All right. So what George is saying by that embarrassing laugh is he liked your Sam Kinison. Is that right?
I did.
Someone associated with Gene.
You're embarrassed by my laugh, are you?
No, not at all.
Well, that's what you said.
No, I was saying I could tell that you weren't as comfortable with that impression.
Was the laugh
No, wait, win him back. Do your Al Pacino. Wait.
This is the Al Pacino. You know what? I got to tell you the story. We made a prank phone call. Someone knew Al Pacino and called him up and said, Al, there's somebody here who wants to talk to you. Says he's a friend of yours. And I go, hi, Al. It's Hal Pacino with an H. I am your long-lost brother. I've been roaming the streets looking for you, and I need you to pick up the phone and call your fucking brother!
Bravo. Did you actually do that?
Yeah, we prank called him.
And what did he say?
What did he say? Yeah.
We left it on his voicemail. We left it on his voicemail. I actually heard a phenomenal story about Al Pacino when I worked with Alec Baldwin on the show Las Vegas. He told me a story about how Al Pacino almost beat his ass. And that apparently Alec Baldwin was in a play about Al Pacino's life that opened on September 11th.
Right.
They only did one performance of the show. And Alec starts hearing through the grapevine that Al Pacino is pissed at you because this play was written by a close friend of Al's, and he revealed a bunch of personal stuff that Pacino didn't want people to know about. So Alec Baldwin says, I'm hearing through the grapevine that Pacino wants to kick my ass. And he says, so one day, I'm in my apartment building, the elevator door opens to my elevator in my apartment building, and who's in the elevator but Al Pacino, Beverly D'Angelo, and a real estate broker. They're looking for an apartment in my building. And he said as soon as the elevator door opened up, the Pacino looked and went, oh, here we go. Beverly D'Angelo, completely clueless, gets off the elevator and goes, Alec! Oh my God, it's Alec! We were just talking about you. We're saying you're so political. You should run for office or something. So were we saying that, Al? Were we saying that? And he said the whole time Pacino's looking, going, who, him? Yeah, this guy. You do anything you want, don't you, Alec? You do anything you fucking want. And Beverly D'Angelo and the real estate broker are going walk down the hall, and Pacino eyeballs him as he walks by, and Alec goes, Al, can I talk to you for a second? And he says, what, you got something you want to say to me? What do you got to say to me, Alec? And he goes, listen, I know you know about the play. And he goes, play? You were in a play. Tell me about this fucking play. I'm dying to hear about it. And he said, listen, I know you know about the play, and I just want to tell you three things. Number one, I only agreed to do the show for 2 weeks. Secondly, I wasn't going to do it in your backyard. I only agreed to do it in New York City. And thirdly, and this is the truth, I've never had more fun in my life than I did playing you. And that's the truth. And he said, Pacino looked at him and said, Alec, how in the fuck can you have fun being me? I implore you, show me the way, because I'm fucking miserable. I'm miserable. Is that not the greatest story? I love that
Well
story.
said. Well said.
That is great.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Now, George, you have to be impressed with the rapid fire going back
Voice
and forth.
changing. He did Beverly D'Angelo,
Alec Baldwin,
Alec Baldwin, and Al Pacino.
You have
I
to
don't
be.
know why he didn't do the real estate agent.
She sounds like this.
The roast.
Did you have sex with Jessica Hahn?
No, never had sex with Jessica Hahn.
Jessica, why are you claiming you had sex with Craig?
Greg, don't you want to tell him when you were doing? Remember you were doing Sam Kinison, and you don't want to tell him about that night?
Well, there was one time when I bent her over and I said, I'm going to fuck you, and I'm going to shit on the floor. Oh!
Why did you have sex with Sam Kinison, or Craig is Sam Kinison? That would at least bring back
I
old
think
time.
she's saying that's what she
Well,
did.
we were just remember, we were just at the Comedy Store after hours, and we were having drinks, and we just got into it. Remember?
Craig, you got into it with Jessica Hahn?
I wish I had.
Wow.
I never even met her.
Jessica, why are you...
God, you should have played along, you idiot.
You're doing the Howard Stern
Sam,
show.
when you had sex with
Yeah.
Jessica,
Yeah.
you did not like the fact that she revealed that you shit the bed and lost control of your bowels.
I think it was the falling asleep inside of her.
Yeah, I think that's it's always nice. You always want to be praised. You always want people to go, man, he's the best lover I ever had. The last thing you want to do is turn on your radio and go, he shit the bed.
He was sleeping. He was a great lover.
Wait, Tracy Morgan. Jessica, thank you. Tracy Morgan's on the phone. He's upset. He does not like the way you do his voice. Tracy, go ahead.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes, you're an asshole.
You think Craig is an asshole?
Yeah.
Why? Because you don't...
make a phone call to Marcy Projects, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true.
Man.
Tracy, go ahead and say what you have to say to Craig.
Sign me a check, motherfucker. I'll walk away.
Yeah, I'm all about assholes and toes.
So you want to be paid, in other words.
Up I am in a
Yeah, you are a little bit fucked up today. What's going on?
grew up right across the street from Jay-Z.
Oh,
I know, yeah. He grew up across the street from Jay-Z.
That's right, in the hood. That's crazy.
All right, listen, so
the Miss
Craig.
Amputee thing.
Oh, yeah. Getting back to that.
The
Craig
Miss
Gass, by the way, for more info, go to myspace.com/Craig Gass.
Oh, and there's a picture that I put on there.
Have you banging Miss Amputee?
No, from the roast. Steve-O showed up to be a part of the roast. He was so lit by the time we started rolling tape.
This was the roast of Gene Simmons.
Of Gene Simmons this week. It was Jeff Ross, me, Lisa Lampanelli, Jim
What did
Norton.
you do? Did you go up as Gene Simmons? Did you dress up as Gene Simmons?
No, I went up and I did like maybe 5 minutes of jokes about Kiss, about him, about some of the other roasters. And
What
then
do you say about Gene Simmons that would insult him? I mean, at this
you know
point?
what? I don't know how much they're going to show.
Can he be insulted?
I don't know how much they're going to show on the roast, but at one point I said something about, you have the most hair I've ever seen on a bald guy. And he was laughing. And then I just blurted out, what the fuck is on your head? I don't know. I said something about Gene claims.
Gene what?
Gene claims to have slept with almost 4,280 women and never wrote a song about it because nothing rhymes with gonorrhea. Lisa Lampanelli killed. Jeff Ross told a true story. About how he said, I was your #1 fan. I worship Kiss. I bought all the albums. I dressed up like you every year for Halloween. I idolized you. And then I met you. Gene, you're such an asshole that even your asshole had to change its name to Murray.
But what did you say? Did you give him did you push him really hard beside the hair?
I did. I talked about the band. I made fun of his hair.
Did you talk about how many things he sells?
And I said the whole thing about how funny they are in interviews and how ridiculous they are, and something about Gilbert Gottfried should join the band Kiss, and in the middle of all these great quotes where you hear Paul Stanley saying, you know, the great thing about being in Kiss is it's a lot like being in the Beatles. Yes, except your song or something like that. And
when did you start doing Gilbert? I didn't even know.
It was just from the stories.
That's funny.
There was actually a roast story that I asked you if I could tell on the air when you were back at K-Rock, and you looked at me and you said, are you out of your fucking mind? I thought I could edit this story.
What was the roast story?
The roast story is my first roast I ever did, the Friars Club. We roasted Richard Belzer. And Gilbert Gottfried was invited to be at the roast, but to sit on the dais. He
Right,
wasn't supposed
not to get up and speak.
Not to roast. And when he got there, they said, thanks for coming down. By the way, we're going to put you on after Christopher Walken. And he had no material, which for a roast...
What does Christopher Walken sound like at a roast?
He says, I'll tell you, I see George Takei here. What do you call a fat Chinese guy? A chunk.
Pow! That's a great joke. I don't know.
I gotta say, I'm not Chinese.
Doesn't matter.
Well, it was for the joke.
Right.
And so Gilbert comes down. He gets tricked into doing the roast. He's got no material plan. So there's two other guys, Jim Norton and Rich Vosser, trying to give him material. And I said, Gilbert, why don't you just go on stage and just be irrelevant? That'd be hilarious coming from you.
You mean irreverent?
Yeah,
Not
irrelevant. Don't make any sense of it.
Oh.
And he said, I think you're right. And he goes out on stage, and you can hear him walking to the microphone. You can hear him apologizing to Richard Belzer on the microphone. He said, I'm sorry. I'll do the best I can. So, just insert the name Richard Belzer wherever you'd like. And he just did 5 minutes of child rape jokes. Nobody was laughing. There's audible gasp.
What is a child rape joke?
Well,
What
he's
would he
like,
say?
how do you get a pedophile to,
Do it in the Gilbert voice.
So, how do you get I can't remember any of the jokes. I just remember the final joke was he said, and after nobody's laughing, but you can hear audible gasp coming out of the audience, he goes, so how do you get fuck a woman? You stuffer full of shit. God bless you. And he actually got a standing ovation for that. I remember coming to you the next Monday and I said, man, I went to this roast and Gilbert came out and he said, how do you get stuffer full of shit? And I can probably edit it. Can I tell the story? And you looked at me and said, are you out of your mind?
How do you edit that so it's not what it is?
So get back to Miss Howard Stern.
Miss Amputee.
Miss Amputee.
How do you end up with her?
We met at an event. We started talking. She's a really nice girl, and we started hanging out. And I told her, I said, we probably should keep this on the down low because we're going to get goofed on forever.
She's a pretty girl.
She's beautiful.
But is that the
She's
first
appeared
time?
in Playboy.
Were you ever with someone with one arm?
Yeah.
And was it
Now,
weird?
she didn't keep the arm on in bed, right?
It's kind of weird. Like, I don't want to say anything disparaging, but it was weird. It was weird. I mean, I got to imagine it has to be what it's like for a girl to carrot top. There's props on the bed. There's just an arm, a plastic arm on the bed.
Does that maybe turn you off a little bit when you just see an arm laying on the bed?
It throws you off.
I see.
And I'm so ADD that I can lose everything very quickly.
But why didn't she tuck the arm underneath the bed or something like that?
She actually gave me a back rub with the half an arm.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about a friend of mine, Kurt Metzger, who has this amazing joke about. He says, I dated a girl with half an arm once. She had this had some nubs on the end instead of fingers. And it looked like if you grabbed the nubs and pulled, you could pull the rest of the arm out. Like she might have a good foot of arm still up in there. But
So is that what ended the relationship? Like you never took her out publicly because she has the
you
one arm?
couldn't be seen with an armless woman?
I had no problem with that. I introduced her to all my friends.
Right.
I just didn't want to introduce her to like Florentine and Bob Levy and Sal and Richard, the guys I was doing shows with, because I thought, we're just going to get goofed on. So she would be at the shows, and we just kind of casually hang out, and then afterwards we'd leave together
and hook up. So this went on for some time.
It went on for some time,
Oh,
and
I didn't realize it was so significant.
Yeah,
and
it's like you and Jimmy, Rob.
But she was a little bit of an attention whore, which kind of bothered me at first. But
what do you mean by that?
She just loved attention. She did something. We did a show in Philadelphia, and Bob Levy, I love the guy. He has no idea that I was dating her at the time. But we did a show at the Electric Factory, and she said, I want to go and get my ass eaten out during the show.
Right.
And I said, why? And she said, because I think it'll be fun to go up on stage in front of everybody. And I said, but do you know what that's going to make you look like? And she said, no, it'll be fun. And I said, no, that's not fun at all. And she's like, oh, does that bother you? And I go, of course.
Bob Levy's eating cream out of cheese.
And I love Bob Levy. I love the man. I adore the man. But I don't want to see him eating out the girl that I'm dating.
Yeah.
Especially with blue cheese on her.
Oh, no, I don't blame you.
And she went up and she got her seat out on stage. And I just
she did. Did that end it?
No, we dated a couple times after that. Went out a couple times, but I was just really
too freaked out.
I was too freaked out, and I started getting irritable, and then...
No, she says you were an egomaniac, though. You had to sit and listen to see if your name would be mentioned on the air.
No, it wasn't that. She was saying I was irritable listening to Sirius because I'd be listening to a great comedian, and I'd say, wait, hold on, let me finish listening to this guy.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah. Well, there it is. Well, listen.
Let me ask something. Were you kissed by Jeff Ross?
I saw that. You gave.
But you. My question is, were you?
No, I didn't get kissed by Jeff Ross.
He's a good kisser.
Is he really?
Yes, he
Jeff
is.
Ross kissed you, George?
On the Shatner roast. Came out of the clear blue sky. I don't know what prompted him to do that.
And George stuck his tongue in his mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you? I thought. Did your boyfriend get angry at that? That you stuck your tongue?
Ooh, we shouldn't be
I thought the same thing, Joe. I thought the same thing. I was wondering if Brad got, because I know Brad got sensitive about a couple things you said on the air.
So you were saying that you were at the Gene Simmons roast, and then Steve-O was there.
Steve-O shows up. He's already lit before we start rolling.
Yeah, he likes to get high.
And one or two comedians in, he walks behind the dais and pisses on the stage.
Oh,
and then
smells.
And no one notices it. And I look over at Paul Rodriguez. I go, "Are you watching this?" And he looks over and he goes, "Oh man," you know, because Steve-O's sitting with us in that end of that stage.
Nobody like pushed him off the stage.
Well, at least he didn't pee on your side.
The second time he pees almost on Danny Bonaducci's back, and Danny has no idea. I flipped open my camera phone and I took a picture of it, and it's on my MySpace page. There's a picture of Steve-O almost pissing on Danny Bonaducci. Danny has no idea, and in the corner you can see Ralphie May smiling in the background.
But you know, if Danny had seen that, Danny would kill him.
So we said Danny, you know, and Ralphie told him, and Danny goes, What? What? And he goes, "Oh, no. And instead of taking matters into his own hands, he actually went to a stage manager. And one of the coolest moves I've ever seen, a guy walked over to Steve and said, "Hey, Steve-O, hey, you want to smoke?" And he goes, "Yeah, dude." And he goes, "All right, come here, follow me." And he goes, "Oh, right on." They walk out, they close the door, and they wouldn't let him back in. They slammed the door behind him. I never saw the guy again. So when the Gene Simmons roast airs, you're going to see Steve-O sitting on the dais for the first 2-3 comedians, and then he's just not there. And he never goes on stage.
And
so
he's
funny.
pissing just on the floor?
On the floor, and then the second time when he's standing behind Danny Bonaducci, he's trying to pee in a bottle, but it's spraying everywhere. And that's the picture I got on my MySpace.
But that's what he does. How do you get to that MySpace page? I might need to see that.
It's myspace.com/Craig Gass, Craig with a C, and Gass is Gass, 2 S's. And
I didn't know you had a coke problem.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When was that?
Craig
when
says
I worked with you.
He says when he was with us, he was doing a lot of coke.
Really?
He claims he had a whole big problem, but now you're sober.
Yeah, I've been actually. You know what? Next Friday when I get on stage at the Comedy Underground,
It'll be a whole week.
3 years.
3 years.
Did you go to rehab?
Well, it's kind of a funny story because I went to a rehab that was the wrong rehab. My insurance referred me to this rehab. I called up. I said, "Hey, I need some help."
Did you call up as yourself or as Al Pacino?
Listen, I got to keep this on the down low, but I love cocaine. Forget about it.
And
we got to have you do some Al Pacino phone calls.
I would love. You'd be
Go
surprised.
back there with Sal and Richard.
You'd be surprised how many celebrities will pick up the phone for Al Pacino. I did that once.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Just as a goof.
Oh,
and
really?
Donald Trump picked up the phone directly for Al Pacino. Tom Brokaw picked up the phone directdirectly. Jay Leno picked up the phone. Letterman almost picked up the phone. His assistant said, "Listen, Dave's he's in lockdown right now before his show. This is a time of day."
Yeah,
she said, "This is the time of day." She goes, "This is the time of day you cannot bother Dave." And she said, "But if you want, I can have him call you back." And I said, I'll call back. Forget about it. And she goes, "Oh, and Al, I'm sorry. I know you don't remember this, but in 1982, she goes, I had just moved to New York City. I got out of a cab on 23rd Street, and I saw you on the other side of the street, and I knew I had made the right decision, and I'd come to the right city." And I said,
Oh, well, you could have said something. Me and you could have been an item by now. You and I might be flicking. Who knows?
And she hung up the phone thing and she talked to Al Pacino.
Wow.
So what happened when you called Donald Trump? You talked to him for a while?
He picked up the phone and I said, we got, who was the guy from Fox News? There was a guy who had an exclusive with the Runaway Bride. Yeah. And I said, is it Anderson Cooper? Is that the guy's name?
That's CNN.
CNN. I maybe it was
Shepard Smith or
you called one of the anchormen?
I called him up and I said,
I'm fascinated about this Runaway Bride. Do you mind if I talk to you about it?
And this guy, his assistant gave me his cell phone number and said he's on a boat somewhere, but we'll give you his cell phone number. And he picks up the phone and he said, and he was a little reluctant at first when he picked up, and then after a couple minutes he said, "You know what, Al? I gotta be honest with you. I thought this was going to be a joke, but man, I am such a fan of yours. I love all of your work, and I'm just curious, why would you be calling me about the Runaway Bride?"
And I said, "'Cause she seems nutty. She seems like one of those ditzy whores that I'll fuck. So,
can I get her number?" And then he realized it was a goof, and we asked for permission to run the call, and he said, "Yeah, oh my God, you got me, and go ahead." And, he was a great sport.
Well, that was
about
nice that he did that.
Yeah, but the rehab story was I called this rehab, and I said, I have a problem, and And I'm answering this guy's questions really honestly, brutally honest. And the guy at the end of the intake questions goes, all right, well, I guess we're all set. And I do have one question, Craig. You're a homosexual, right? And I said, well, what? And he said, you know this is a rehab for homosexuals. And I said, no. And he goes, your insurance didn't tell you that? And I go, no, they didn't. And he said, well, we're not gay and lesbian exclusive, but we're gay and lesbian friendly. So are you a homosexual? And I said, no. And he said, do you have a problem with homosexuals? And I said, no. And he said, all right, we'll see you on Monday. And I checked into gay rehab for a couple months.
Did any guys hit on you?
Couple months?
Really?
Yeah, it was outpatient for a couple months. It was great. It was the perfect place. I mean, I was...
there's a gay rehab?
He's no longer gay or on cocaine.
Or on cocaine, yeah.
Wow.
The toughest person
Did you get
at
hit
the...
on?
No, I didn't get hit on. But everyone's incredibly sensitive. It was a perfect place to be.
That's good.
The toughest person in the rehab was this lumberjack chick from Oregon. That was,
but probably everyone assumed you're gay. I mean, that's
you know, it's kind of funny because they would get in these discussions about going to straight meetings. You had to go to AA or CA meetings on your own, and everyone would complain about, I hate going to straight meetings because all the guys want to talk about it. Say, I get so much pussy. And I was right there with them like, I know, I hate that too. I'm here to get help. I don't want to hear about pussy.
By the way, here's the picture from Craig's MySpace.
Oh, where?
Oh, you got it?
This is Danny Bonaducci almost getting peed on by Steve.
That's so weird.
Poor Danny must have been sitting there like smelling pee. You know?
Yeah.
That's a great picture.
Yeah,
the fact that you took out your cell phone and had the wherewithal to do that.
I couldn't believe it was such a great photo op. Well, I could see his piss was spraying all over the back of Danny's seat.
Yeah.
And who is that laughing there in the corner?
That's Ralphie May in the corner. Oh, it's such a great moment.
That's definitely worth going on your computer and taking a look at.
Unfortunately, that won't be on the roast. It's only on
well, who knows?
Craig's MySpace page.
You know, the funny thing about getting out of rehab is the day I got out of rehab, I got out on April 13th. I took a train cross country and moved in with Mitch Hedberg on April 16th.
Do you mean the guy who died from heroin use?
Well, I never saw any kind of hard drugs around him, but I fell off the wagon that night. Right out of rehab.
You left rehab and went to Mitch Hedberg's house?
I moved in with Mitch Hedberg down the Village.
But I mean,
on
he's
April 16th.
a guy with a problem. You don't go there.
You know what?
He's
I never saw him.
Not going to talk you out of anything.
I would. The thing that was crazy
Mitch, I'm
about
having a problem. I feel like doing coke, and you'd be like, well, go ahead. No, come on. What are we waiting for?
You know, it's funny. There was one day that was kind of weird.
Didn't Mitch die from drugs?
Yeah. He came up to me one day. I came home and he goes, "Hey man, I'm really sorry. I saw some magazines in your bag and I'm sorry. And he kept apologizing. I go, if you're reading my magazines, that's fine. I don't care. And I looked and there was the magazines and there was a rehab book in the middle of it. And so he was apologizing because I didn't tell him I'd gone to rehab. So
I see.
It was this awkward moment when he realized he had found out something personal about me, and
well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
So you don't drink, you don't do anything.
I haven't.
Craig always ends up on somebody's couch. Like, remember he was living on Eddie Van Halen's couch?
Right.
Did you go to see the Van Halen concerts?
I haven't yet. I called him a couple weeks ago. I haven't talked to him in a long time, and I said, I go, Eddie, what's going on? He goes, hey, who's this? And I go, it's Craig Gass. And he goes, hey, man, what's going on? And I go, nothing. What are you doing? He goes, I'm taking a shit. I'm sitting on the toilet. You want me to call you later? And he goes, hi, can I call you tomorrow? And I go, when's your next day off? I'll just call you next day off. And I never called him back again. Right. I just feel awkward calling famous people. Do you have famous people on your phone that you just like?
But you should just call him as Al Pacino. And then you'll be all right. That seems to be the answer. Well, Craig, it is great seeing you.
It's great seeing you too.
You are great.
Sorry you had a problem.
Yeah, we didn't know.
I'm better now.
Yeah,
you are. You're fantastic.
You're a fan now, George. Huh?
Yeah. I am indeed.
Who
Very
wants
impressive.
to fuck?
You must like Star Trek, Al Pacino, right?
Oh, yeah. Huge fan of the funny years. I love the funny years.
Mr. Spock had the funny years, right?
What a that Captain Kirk must have been to work with.
Yeah. George will tell you, Al, that you as an actor know how difficult it is to be with a scene stealer. You know what I'm saying?
As an art, you must share that screen. Share that
Call
stage.
Bill as Al Pacino. He needs that lesson.
He does. We need to school him on how
Al,
to...
you would tell him to share the screen and not be a hog.
Not being a hog and not being such a... I'll tell you, Captain Kirk, that guy, William Shatner, plays... He's typecast. Every show, I see him, and he always plays The worst actor I've ever fucking seen.
You are considered.
Let him hear that.
It went pretty well in there. You had some really good stories, good impressions. Now, the one thing, when you first went in, Howard wasn't too thrilled about your appearance.
Yeah, well, here's the thing is that it can go either way. You never know when you walk in what kind of a mood he's going to be in. And you end up just being scared. Scared and prepared for anything to happen. Because you never know. You want to prepare for the absolute worst and to have an out and then have stuff if it's going well. And luckily...
This is a Howard TV original production.
Here's a taste of what you have to look forward to
on this episode of The Bonus Show.
We go back in time when adult rock, paper, scissors was cool. 1, 2, 3.
Benji hooks up in the green room.
Midgets are funny.
I see midgets, I start to chuckle inside.
And JD prefers ladies with oversized buttocks.
Like drunk in the trunk, I don't know.
Hello, Stern fans, and welcome to The Bonus Show, a weekly update of all the great behind-the-scenes moments you can't see anywhere else. I'm Sir John Hine.
And I'm Rachel Fine. Sir John Hine, were you knighted over the weekend?
No, we went to medieval times in Jersey, and the wenches were calling me Sir. Kind of liked it.
I feel so bad for your wife. When firecracker porn star Little Lupe came on the show, she brought her little porn star firecracker dog with her. When given the opportunity to make out with the porn star or the dog, guess which one Benji chose?
Can I hold your dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look outside of there.
Oh, say, can you see those early lights? What so proudly we hear to the twilight.
You'd think that after that French kiss, the dog would want to wash its mouth out. But Benji beat him to the bathroom.
Oh.
That's it. We're all clean now.
All right, bring you the next dog. I'm ready.
Liquid soap really does help with shit breath.
But you might want to soap up after the show.
Really, Rachel? Watch this clip from back in the year 2000.
Howard Stern Show's Blast from the Past.
So me and Doug we're doing paper, rock, scissors right now to figure out who holds the mic near the chick's ass and who holds it near the mouth.
Paper, rock, scissors, what's that?
You don't want to do that?
No, odds
I will
or
shoot it
evens.
out there.
Odds or evens.
Best of three?
Best of three.
I'm odds, right? Ready? One. No, you have to on three.
That was to
One.
throw you off.
Wait. 1, 2, 3. Even shoot, right? 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Yes. Fucking
I get the mouth, you get the ass.
Yes.
That was fair and square, buddy.
Yeah, it was fair, but it's still bullshit.
Dude, you get the
Dude, give me a gas mask.
Dude, you get the big fat
You want
ass.
the gas mask? I know. I'm not gonna wear it. I'll be all right.
Well, it's there if you need it. Just scream. You got a gas mask and you got an oxygen a mouthpiece. And we get your nose clip.
No, because why do you have the nose? You gotta breathe through the mouth.
They
You breathe
say
through
it's
your
not
mouth.
smell.
They smell.
They smell.
They smell. They just smell. Period.
I would have gladly held the mic by her ass.
I don't want to know why you would have been glad to do that. Will you just toss to the next clip, please?
I like farts. Now, if Scott DePace were a superhero, he'd be perfect, flawless man. His power would be to offer advice to others in need. Here he swoops in on Benji to save the day.
This guy had a really good strategy he said, to get here earlier, which I'm going to try his idea out.
How hard is it to get out?
I'm going to try his idea next week. So, no,
15 minutes.
I'm trying your idea next week. Next week, I'm trying his idea.
Why not today?
All right, I'll try it today.
You already missed today.
Well, then next week I'm going to try his idea. He came up with the idea. Can we tell everyone what the idea is?
I already told you.
Oh, okay. So maybe other people can incorporate Scott's ideas to get places earlier. So
it was obviously on air. Howard said, Benji, there's this creative process. Hint, hint. That goes on. Maybe you might want to be part of it.
I am.
And you're saying fuck you.
No, I'm not. But I like his idea. So maybe if you want an idea, get there earlier.
Will and JD are like sister and brother. JD, of course, being the sister. They fight incessantly, always try to outdo one another, and take baths together twice a week. But deep down, I think they really love each other.
What the fuck? Like, what's the one? Don't use this footage, Chris. Just leave it. Just leave it. How did this happen?
You tried to blow me.
No. Wait, what happened? It's nothing, man. Why were you on the floor? Why was I on the floor? Because I was in a chair.
Oh, yeah. What happened? Did someone push you over?
You didn't even see what happened. What the hell are you talking about?
Will, were you bullying JD?
What?
Were you bullying JD?
No.
Look at him laughing. All of a sudden, somebody's camera time. Oh, that's so great. What do you say happened, Chris?
We started to get a little romantic.
He said you were pulling his pants down.
I bent him over the chair, and I just slipped a little bit. I apologize.
That had nothing to do with it. There was no romance going on.
There was a little argument. He wanted me to call him Barry Larkin, and I refused. I said I'm going with Pete Incaviglia. That's my dream man.
Many of the ideas for the show are flushed out in our creative meetings. Many other ideas are just flushed down the toilet.
Did you get your hands on some Ritalin again, Hein? Check out these guys kicking around a midget wrestling idea.
I don't think it's PC to kick midgets around.
John, I'm talking about kicking around an idea. You know, spitballing.
Oh, now they're spitting on midgets? This went from bad to worse.
What a schmuck.
Me?
You.
Do you have any interest in midget female wrestlers?
No.
All right.
They're good? Do you guys care about that? If they wrestled Sal, that might be funny.
If they wrestled Sal naked, it'd be funny.
So funny. You guys want to have them in?
Would they come in for a dating game? Who wants to date a midget wrestler?
Wrestle his kid.
Would you let him wrestle on the ass?
So would you wrestle a chick naked?
Yeah, but I don't think it's that funny.
Well, you didn't worry you'll get beat.
Or try to take
No, what happens if God forbid I hurt her? I might punch her in the face or something.
Well, what if she hurts you?
I've seen you throw a punch.
I've seen you throw a football.
God forbid you lose. Forget it. Just sense.
Time to switch from exciting and funny to boring and sad. It's wrap-up show highlights.
Hey.
We'll begin with JD talking about his big ass fetish. Ew.
It is kind of sad.
It's kind of gross.
Would you like me to plug this magazine?
No.
It's the greatest magazine ever. Straight stunting magazine where this is a bunch of chicks with big asses bending over.
And then your favorite big ass is in there, right?
Oh, yeah. Ashley Logan is in here.
And what is she from?
That's Flo Rida's chick. So, yeah. It's my new favorite. I'm going to have to get a subscription now.
All right.
Have you got any big asses? Have I gotten any big asses? Like what? Like in
real life?
Sex and stuff?
Yeah.
No, not like this. No.
Yeah. You do that weird thing they do in porn where they just oil them up to ridiculousness.
I don't like oil. I don't like it all wet and oil or whatever. I don't like that. I don't like
what do you like?
What do I like? Yeah. You know, like junk in the trunk. I don't know.
Can you be more specific?
No. How can you be more specific than a big ass? I mean, I don't know.
Well, you said you don't like oil. You don't like...
Yeah, I mean, I like, natural plumpness,
Keeping with the fetish theme, here's Ronnie the limo driver talking about how he would like to drive Lisa G.
Oh, jeez.
Ronnie, God's honest truth. Straight
I would do it tomorrow.
No. Have you ever fantasized about Lisa? Has she ever danced across your eyelids at night? Has she made the rotation? Guys know what I'm talking about.
Here's the honest truth. Okay?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not like her.
Go
okay?
right ahead.
The honest truth is I've thought about doing her a few times.
I believe that. Can you tell us how the scenario plays out?
It's like this bad boy thing where I just walk up to her and grab her and say, "Listen, Lisa, the bullshit is over and it's time." You know, and I'll take you out to dinner first if you want, whatever you want, or we can order in and have a nice, watch a movie and then, do it,
So romantic. And finally, and I say that with a huge sigh of relief, here is Fred talking about his midget fetish.
Oh, I hope he doesn't say anything about kicking them around.
Can you let it go, John?
My wife gets angry with me. When I see midgets, I start to laugh. Uncontrollably. I'll be walking down the street, and I get fixated on a midget. I don't know what it is. It's some sort of weird quirk fetish, whatever. No, I see midgets, I start to chuckle inside, and my wife gives me a nudge and say, "Stop it."
Do you try to hide it from the little person?
I try. I mean, I try to be respectful, and they can't help it, and they were born that way, and I shouldn't be doing that, and I'm supposed to be more evolved than that, but I'm not.
If you would have been with me yesterday, Fred, you would have died because I'm with Fred on the midget thing, and then when they start to come in different forms.
And when they ask you a question.
Yesterday I was.
Hey, buddy, get out of the way.
Yesterday I was in the Diamond District. I was getting my watch repaired. And I saw a Hasidic midget.
Well, yeah, when they're a normal job, I went into a video store one time, and I walked into the video store, and there was a midget standing on a bar stool, operating the cash register, and you would go and I couldn't do it. Because I was ready to go up there and say, "Excuse me, do you have any short films?" And my wife says, "No, I'm taking them. I am going to go and rent them."
And by the way, I should point out, Fred, you'll be getting the angry email because apparently midget's a bad word.
I know. Excuse me. Little people.
But I can't buy into that.
You know what? I'm sorry. You know what? They're right. They're right. They're right. And I apologize.
All right, you too.
Except for Eric the Midget. I won't apologize to you.
Well, as much as we'd like the show to go on for another 30 minutes so the viewers can stare at a great set of boobs, we have to call it a day.
You are becoming a real pig.
Easy, Rachel. I was talking about these puppies.
Ew. For John Hine, I am Rachel Fine, and we'll see you next week.
Wait, Rachel, I have a way to add 30 more bonus seconds to our bonus show.
How's that, John?
Well, let's hear a joke from our robotic camera operator, the one, the only, Brian Phelan.
Let's hear a joke from our robotic camera operator, Brian Phelan.
How do you fuck a fat chick? Piece of cake.
Now that's one the whole family can enjoy. Bye-bye, piece of cake. Want some cake, Rach?
I didn't think I could hate you more, but you're just that big of a jerk.
What are you talking about? Piece of cake, sharing, happy.
What are you sharing and happy what? What are you trying to, what
cake.
are you implying?
I'm trying to share cake.
Are you implying things, John?
Not implying anything.
That's what I thought.
Piece of cake.
Why are the girls find Ronnie so high? It's his designer glasses, his t-shirt and button-down matching shirts.
I think they like older men.
They like his energy of the brown and the experience of the gray.
It's the matching t-shirts, definitely.
Do they like his 1997 cell phone?
Oh, is that rotary?
This is the new Ronnie.
That's a rotary cell phone.
Look.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sit here and be quiet. Yeah. Let him keep talking about it.
250-foot string would be better.
Is that what you do?
Làm rất là kinh tế, không ai phát hiện ra, nếu như mà không nói thì không ai phát hiện ra đây là một bó hoa giả luôn, không ai biết luôn. Đó. Thế rồi mình rút ra xong mình không biết cắm nó ở đâu luôn. Đó. Cắm này. Đó. Bọc cái này á thì đây là một lớp giấy các bạn ạ. Đây ở dưới này là một lớp giấy khác để che đi cái miếng xốp á, miếng xốp. Đó. Xốp này là khá cứng nhé các bạn nhé. Nó khá cứng chứ không phải là nó mềm đâu, rất là nó là xốp dẻo chứ không phải là cái xốp mà mình hay kiểu để chèn tivi. Các bạn kiểu mình mua hàng á, ở trong cái thùng giấy nó có hai cái xốp đấy, xốp cứng, còn cái xốp này xốp mềm nhá. Xốp này xốp mềm này, đây là giấy này, giấy người ta gấp từng lớp một để nó che đi cái phần chân, phần bên dưới. Cái ở trên này là lưới này, lưới kim tuyến, nhìn giống lưới bắt cá cả, nhưng mà nhìn nó rất là đẹp. Đây, cái này là được cột bởi cái dây ri băng thương hiệu Dior này, đó, ri băng. Trên này là giấy giờ nhá, nó không liên quan với cái giấy bên dưới này đâu, nó là một cái lớp giấy riêng ấy, một lớp giấy riêng có chữ để kiểu như để làm cho cái bông hoa nó to, nhìn nó hoành tráng. Thật ra nó chỉ cần 30 bông đến 35 bông thôi, người ta xếp thành hình kiểu hình trái tim ấy các bạn này. Nhưng mà hình như cái này bị xếp lỗi hay sao, nó cũng chưa hẳn hình trái tim đây. Còn đây là cái này lớp bên trong có, đây là lớp lưới, cái này là kiểu lưới, đây là cũng là một dạng lưới, nhưng mà lưới này là lưới kiểu lưới xếp ly á, lưới dập ly. Cái ngọc trai này là họ dính keo lên đấy, chứ không phải là nó đi liền với tấm lưới đâu các bạn ạ. Nó dính keo lên này, đây này, đó. Mình nghĩ cái keo này chắc một thời gian mà kiểu như là trời nồm ấy là kiểu gì nó cũng bong. Tại vì khi mà trời nồm ấy thì những cái keo này nó sẽ không thể nào bền được, thì kiểu gì nó cũng sẽ bị bong ra. Đó, nó sẽ bị bong cái này ra, đó, nó sẽ bị bong này ra này. Nhưng mà nó làm rất là đẹp nhá, người ta cuốn gói rất là đẹp luôn. Nhìn thì rất là đơn giản, nhưng mà phải kèm theo là khéo tay nữa, chứ không phải là mình cứ cho hết vào một đống mình cột là nó ra hình thù đâu. Mình đã thử trải nghiệm, nhưng mà nó gọi là thất bại các bạn ạ. Nó thất bại, nhìn nó giống như kiểu cột lại cho nó gọn thôi đó, chứ không phải là bó hoa nữa. Nên là thành ra cái này cũng là nó cũng thiên về gọi là khéo tay đấy, chứ không phải là muốn cắm mà ra đâu. Còn có thể là cũng nhiều bạn là kiểu cắm quen tay. Khi các bạn cắm quen tay rồi thì khi mà mình chưa ưng ý gì đó, mình sẽ thay đổi theo cái gu thẩm mỹ của mình, thì lúc đó nó sẽ đẹp hơn. Còn lần trước mình cắm á thì cái bí xốp này các bạn này, nó bị đâm lủng te tua luôn, tại vì là mới cắm lần đầu á, nên là nó không được đẹp. Đó, đơn giản một bó hoa thôi, rất là to nhưng mà rẻ nha các bạn nhá, không hề đắt, chỉ có 150.000 một bó đây thôi các bạn ạ. 150.000 một bó. Mình nghĩ là tùy chỗ bán ấy, hoặc là tùy cái thời điểm ấy. Ví dụ như thời điểm như 20 tháng 10 này, 24 tháng 2 ấy, thì một cái bó này khoảng tầm 30-40 bông á, mà các bạn mua ở ngoài tiệm hoa thì sẽ rơi vào tầm 250 đến 300. Còn ví dụ như là mình mua trước cái thời điểm mà những lễ Tết á, sau đó khi nào mình tới lễ Tết mà mình cần mình tặng ai đó cho nó sang trọng á, mà nó đẹp lịch sự á, ví dụ tặng kèm với một món quà nào đấy á, thì cái chi phí nó sẽ rẻ hơn rất là nhiều. Hoặc là bạn nào khéo tay thì có thể mua sắp hoa này, tại vì mình thấy là họ có bán sẵn những cái hoa như vậy đây này, có nghĩa là họ sẽ bán rời cái hoa và họ sẽ bán thêm cái này để mình gắn vào. Đó, bạn nào khéo tay thì có thể là mua về xong rồi làm, thì mình nghĩ là cái chi phí nó sẽ rẻ hơn rất là nhiều. Mà cũng có thể là mình sẽ có thể là thiết kế theo cái thẩm mỹ riêng của mình. Đấy, thay vì là làm một hình tròn, đây mình thấy cái này giống hình tròn chứ không giống hình trái tim, có hình trái tim nhưng mà hơi bị lỗi sao ấy, thì mình có thể làm theo một hình trái tim nó cong hơn, hoặc là mình có thể phối màu lên hoa nữa, rất là nhiều mẫu mã. Tại vì mỗi người có một gu thẩm mỹ khác nhau mà, đúng không các bạn? Thì phần chia sẻ của mình đến đây là hết rồi nha. Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi video của mình. Cảm ơn, chào các bạn.
John Hyde and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, I talked about two of my favorite comedians in the whole world. No, I'm not talking about Sal and Richard. I'm talking about Cheech and Chong.
the comedy duo that reunited and were the featured guest on today's show, and I'd be referring to Cheech and Chong.
Boy, I got to tell you, I don't know if it's an age thing, but for me, having Cheech and Chong on is like what it must have been like for my parents to see Martin and Lewis. I mean, they are such the quintessential comedians of that kind for my age, not as a live act, but, you know, their records. And John and I were talking about how Richard had put up a bunch of sound bites of Cheech and Chong this morning, and we sort of laughed because I thought they were sort of the unfunnier ones of Cheech and Chong. And I think that Richard, who's such a huge fan of them, knows them more from the movies. And if you're older, you know them more from their records.
Right. There are definitely two types of Cheech and Chong fans. Gary and I were talking about, like, Sister Mary Elephant and the
Dave's Not Here.
And the other radio clips. And Richard was put up movie stuff,
Right.
stuff from movies. But, of course, Cheech and Chong is Richard's favorite comedy duo, or at least Richard was accused that it was his favorite for today.
Exactly. But, you know, Richard, of course, wore a Cheech and Chong shirt, which was really funny. I was saying, I've been listening to Cheech and Chong, so I started getting into them so young that I got the album Big Bamboo, and I had no idea what the paper inside was for. You know, it came with a giant rolling paper. I didn't even know what that was about.
If you don't know their earlier stuff, there's a thing called Cheech and Chong's Greatest Hit, HIT, and that's got a lot of their classic bits if you want to familiarize yourself with them.
The Yellow Album, Cheech and Chong, the Yellow Album, and Big Bamboo are maybe two of the funniest comedy records ever made.
Well, now joining us is Cheech and Chong's biggest fan, as evidenced by his iron-on T-shirt, Richard Christie. Richard, you've been accused of having too many favorites. Are you offended by that?
No. I mean, I like a lot of stuff. I'm sorry. You know, I like a lot of things, and
but you have to your favorite really has to be narrowed down to like 11.
Okay, well, I mean, for me, the only other two guys, like comedy duo that could have came in that I really flipped out on would have been the McKenzie brothers, but I don't think they're going to get back together.
Richard hovers around my office when there's a guest that he really likes because he wants to go in, and I like to let him go in, but you know he's got to have something to say. So he went in to ask them if they were going to make another movie. That was a good question. Then he's hovering around my office and he goes, should I go in and ask them if they feel ripped off by the McKenzie brothers? I was like, nobody cares, Richard. It's the McKenzie brothers.
John cares.
People in Canada don't give a shit.
I love the McKenzie brothers.
Oh, they're awesome. By the way, I do love the Cheech and Chong albums, too. I have all the albums. I have Big Bamboo with the rolling paper still in it, the huge rolling paper.
Do you think everything's cool between those two? There seems to be some kind of tension there.
I think that they sort of have it together more now. It's hard to tell. I mean, I don't know them, but they're not acting any different than when they were on our TV show in 1992. I mean, they're sort of like, they've been around, they've seen a lot. You know, what are you going to tell them? But they seem to get along. I mean, here's the interesting thing. They came in, the two of them, and Cheech's girlfriend, is that? Fiance. And nobody else, you know, no PR people. So they clearly, like, hang together. There was nobody, a PR person or anything.
Did the fiance just stroll in?
That was, you know, that's a weird thing. When you're watching on Howard TV, we're going to talk about this a lot. People feel very comfortable with the show. In other words, if you were on the Letterman show, you would go out on a Letterman show and you wouldn't bring, you know, your grandmother, your fiance, an aunt, a good friend. But people bring people into the studio. So she caught me off guard. They just walked her into the studio. And it's uncomfortable to say, I've done it to people before where you put the hand up and say you have to wait here, because then while somebody's coming in and Howard's introducing them, there's that uncomfortable thing like, you know, you're leaving them at the wall, you know, at the Berlin Wall. You can come across, but you can't.
Lucky for you, though, she had a great accent, so she ended up being good on the radio.
The only reason I didn't mind her coming in because I knew we were going to get to her sooner or later anyway.
And Benji, did you sense any tension there?
Between Cheech and Chong?
Yeah.
To me, it seemed hyped. It seemed, I didn't feel, but Gary says he feels it like...
No, I didn't say I felt any tension.
Oh, I thought you did.
No. I'm saying that they're two guys that have just been together a long time.
That's what I think. I think it's just like people here. They work together, and I think they're buddies, and they're work buddies.
All right, if you missed it, here's a little bit of Cheech and Chong talking to Howard.
You're telling me Tommy said to you, I'm not getting back together the Cheech and Chong thing unless my wife can open for us.
Well, not in so many words, but yeah.
But he Tommy, has to travel with his wife. You were anxious to get back together with Cheech all these years. You would have blown it just for your wife like that?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Is that fair to Cheech, though?
I don't care.
Into it.
I don't care about Cheech.
Come on.
My wife never left me. She stayed with me.
There's definitely some bitterness there.
Does his wife do stand-up or sing? What does she do?
I don't know. I wasn't sure. Oh, no, I think Cheech said that she has some chops, but I wasn't sure if it was singing or
and she's
comedy.
in some of their movies. She's really funny. She's in Corsican Brothers. She's in a movie Chong did called Far Out Man, like after they broke, Cheech and Chong broke up. But she's funny in the movies, so I'm sure she's probably funny on stage.
But you'll agree that's a bizarre rider to have the wife do 20 or 30 minutes before any performance.
It's a totally bizarre writer to have, unless your name's Jackie Martling.
But if you're a fan, if you're a big fan of Cheech and Chong, I think you might get a kick out of that for a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. But but inevitably she has to have talent, or people aren't going to put up for that. And nobody's ever emailed me and said, "Oh my God, whoever opens sucks." So she must be good at whatever it is she does.
By the way, did you guys notice too? Like Chong was breathing really heavy.
Yeah.
I was thinking that the pot smoking must be catching up.
Well, first of all, I was shocked to find out that I knew they were older. I was shocked to find out that he's 70.
Yeah, 70 years old.
I mean, well, yeah, he was in his mid or late 30s when they got really big, I think, because he had a big musical career before, too.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. The question that I asked him about that movie with Eric Roberts, he sort of brushed it off like it was no big deal. That was a movie that just came over the transom, he said. But everybody who's a fan, like Richard, I bounced it off of Richard first. We both saw that as a Cheech and Chong movie without Chong, with the guy stepping in for Chong. But I guess Chong didn't seem to care.
Yeah, and I thought it was not ironic, but surprising that it was the music that brought them back together, not the comedy. Now, how can some people are saying in the back, how can you be a big Cheech and Chong fan without ever getting stoned? Like, I know weed just isn't your thing.
Well, it was kind of a thing where in high school and junior high, me and my best friend Scott, we kind of modeled our lives after Cheech and Chong. That was our idols. We'd get together at his dad's house every weekend, watch Cheech and Chong movies and watch Strange Brew. We also idolized the McKenzie brothers. And we always said, when we graduate high school, we're going to move to East L.A., we're going to get a house just like in Cheech and Chong's next movie, and just live the lives of Cheech and Chong. We just admired them so much, and it wasn't even about pot. It was just they had so much fun, and they were such cool guys.
But you admired them so much, and you're moving and all this other stuff. You're telling me you never tried to get high based on everything that they've done?
I did. In high school, I dabbled in grass a little bit, and just...
What is this, Dragnet? I dabbled in grass?
And the only fun I ever had on it, because it just made me sleepy, and made me cough. But one time a friend of mine had a black light and his teeth were green, and I laughed for about an hour at that. But other than that, it didn't do much. Yeah, it looked like Gary, but it didn't do much for me.
Hey, it's Sal, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we discussed me finally going out to dinner with the great Howard Stern. And I promise you, I'm going to be on my best behavior. So check it out.
We should start off with the hot topic in the office, and that's this dinner that Howard proposed. And if you didn't hear it, I'll set it up. Beth apparently got invited to a birthday party, but it's a girls' night out, which Howard took offense to, I guess. And so to retaliate, he decided to have a night out with the guys, but he didn't want it to be the typical crew that he goes out with. He said he wanted to reward some of the people who work here.
Right.
So he immediately asked Artie, and then they sort of picked and chose and went through almost everybody on the staff with a couple of exceptions.
Well, let me ask you a question. Originally, it didn't start out with rewarding people here. Originally, it started out with putting a crew together that would make Beth jealous.
Correct.
And that didn't work.
Correct.
Artie and Tim Sabian weren't cutting it.
Right.
So then it went to, okay, so let's reward some of the people here who don't usually get to go out.
Well, I think JD was always part of the mix,
right?
Regardless of whatever the makeup was. But he went through everybody with a couple notable exceptions. One is Scott, the engineer, who was very upset at not being included and said he's permanently on the do not invite list. But the other person who didn't get any consideration, Gary, was you.
Yes, I did notice that. Well, Howard brushed it off quickly, and he goes, Gary gets invited to a lot of stuff, which is true, which is fine. And if you were being true to what you were doing for this dinner, I'd feel fine. But Artie gets to go to everything. So in other words, Artie's immediately a slam dunk to go. And then Fred, who works in the studio, is going. And then all of a sudden Benji's going. And then I realized I'm the only person that works in the studio that's not going.
Was that an out of sight, out of mind kind of thing?
No, because my name came up a couple of times. Howard's like, Gary gets to go to enough stuff.
And do you think that's fair?
Well, it's fair if he were going to take out Richard and Sal and Will and Jason, then it's fair. But I'm not, listen, fair, I won't say fair or not fair because it's not that big a deal. And I'm also out of town on Thursday night anyway because I'm going to Vegas. But don't use the "I'm going to reward some people" card, then immediately invite Artie and Fred.
Right, but you still would have. I'm sure you.
It's always nice to be considered.
Right, you want the opportunity to say no.
Again, I don't mind it as much because I get invited to a lot of stuff, but I know that this is always a great bit for the show because it really shows you your standing in the organization. I know there's people that sit out there waiting for their name to come by, and it comes by, and depending on how much consideration they get, it's telling.
Now, Benji, you were in, you were out. Are you in the final crew?
I don't know. And it does, I said I don't care, I don't give a fuck. But I do, but I hate that I give a fuck.
But why? But it's human nature. Of course you care.
Because it's completely he has the velvet rope. It's just a popularity thing.
Right, so you want to be popular. What's wrong with that?
I don't like that aspect. I wish I could be above that and not give a fuck about that.
What are you, Gandhi?
I don't know.
I think everybody wants to be included to a certain extent.
Yeah, but you shouldn't. Beyond the fact of one, the popularity, two, it has like political influence at work. I'm not any more attracted to going out with Howard than I am like going out with like a night out with JD or anyone here. I'd like to get to know a lot of people better on like a one-on-one type thing. And I hate that I give a fuck about the popularity at the moment.
Okay, now a surprise choice was Sal, and Sal actually turned down an opportunity originally when Howard was talking about bringing Richard. Sal was like, "No, it's okay. Richard can go. I'm cool." But Sal, you did get invited.
Congratulations! It's going to send you on a spending spree at Bumble, whatever, where you get
Bumble,
where you get your cosmetics.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. But were you surprised that you got the invite?
Yeah, I guess I was. Because he's made it perfectly clear every day that he does not want me at any private event with him.
No. He didn't say he doesn't want you at any private
after
event.
the wedding, he said it. He said his birthday came up, and Robin said, "Would I be there?" He says, "No, Sal will not be at anything, any events in the future." And I know he jokes around about that, and that's fine.
I think you're better suited to an all-male outing.
Well,
what
I don't know.
I think when there's couples involved and there's more of a classy event, I think there's more of a fear that you might do something weird.
Yeah. Well, is this going to be classy or?
Well. Yeah, it's going to be a nice restaurant.
All right.
So
hey, can I ask you? I heard a story about you. I wonder if it's true. Is it true that you went to a nice restaurant with Jason and the guys, and you took a piece of ketchup and put it on your forehead and started imitating the Indian waiter?
Ketchup? I don't remember that.
Or mustard or something.
No, I think we were at Del Frisco, and I put the napkin. I made a turban around my head, but I had a few in me, and it was just a joke.
Right. So could something like that happen?
No, not around Howard.
Everything's just a joke.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna. You know what I'll do? Maybe I'll get some ketchup and make a Hitler mustache and do Hail Hitler in front of Howard.
Was there like an Indian waiter?
That's not what I will do.
What was there like an Indian in the vicinity that you were kind of?
No, I don't recall.
I remember. He was just being stupid.
Yeah, we were just having fun. I mean, it's just so funny how in a private environment it's so funny, but in front of these microphones, it's all of a sudden the worst possible thing, the most unethical, the most ridiculous, the most racist, the most awful thing in the world. Yet these same people, these great people that I love around me in that same environment, are laughing their balls off at that moment.
Who besides you do you know that does stuff like that?
My Uncle Don.
Okay. but I mean, in other words, like, Jason...
And he doesn't have to go to a radio show in the morning and explain why he used a certain word in a certain way. You know what I mean? He's got the free pass. He's got it made.
What's the free pass?
The free pass is you could do stuff without getting your balls broken by people who really do find it entertaining, but said, "Hey, you know what? This could be kind of fun by giving this guy a dig and breaking his balls."
Sal, you said
I know it's one ball breaking environment, but sometimes things go a little too far.
You said something very telling just before. You said, "No, I know what I'm going to do. I won't do that." What is? You have it planned out in your head how you're going to act at this thing already?
I'm going to act like a civil human being. I'm going to sit down.
But that's not you.
Yeah, it is.
No, I mean...
At Will's wedding, I was a civil human
But I mean,
being.
you want to have fun. I'm not saying you have to be uncivilized. Can you have fun and still control yourself from doing something wacky? Because, you don't want to go there and sit on your hands, right?
No.
I mean, it's a fun night. Like, it's you
Listen, Howard's definition of fun off the air versus fun on the air are two totally
what do you
different
mean?
things. off the air, Howard likes to relax, so I'm gonna go with the flow of the table, like anything else. If a bunch of guys are there and it's a quiet, calm night where a good conversation is being engaged, that's what I'll go with. I'm not gonna go there and start slapping my balls in the ice water. I'm just gonna have a nice time, and I also know, that this is Howard's invitation. So let Howard decide. He's the host of the dinner. So I'll let him decide. How the flow should go. I'm going to shut my mouth and have a nice time with Howard. That's basically it.
How many guys have to put the dot in their head before you do?
4 or 5 if they want. If I went out to dinner one time with Howard when we first started working here, Richard and myself, we had a phenomenal dinner. We had a really, really great time, and and some great ideas came out of that dinner as well.
But that was early on. That was pre your antics.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? In other words,
yes.
You were on sort of like on your best behavior.
Yeah. And look, this is a dinner. I mean, we're not going to Ringling Brothers. We're going to sit down, take out a knife and fork, put it in your mouth, talk a little bit, have a few laughs, and go home like gentlemen. That's the night.
Why did you suggest going out to get a couple dances afterwards?
Because we're men. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not saying there is. I just want to know what prompted you to, why suggest that?
Why not? Why not?
Well, I thought you were going to follow Howard's lead on the night. And Howard's not going to do that.
Well, you never know. You get a couple of drinks in you, all of a sudden you start thinking differently. The road to hell was paved with bad intentions, my friend, and bad intentions are created by alcohol.
I thought the road was paved with good intentions.
Oh, was it?
There's 2 roads.
Not Sal's.
Well, no, whatever the case. However it goes, we're paving a road to Rick's. That's all I know.
Hey, on Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about Robin's sex life, or lack thereof, and somebody posed the question, who would you rather bang, Lisa G or Robin? I picked Robin, personally, because she looks way more experienced than Lisa, and I have a feeling she could teach me some new things, but quite frankly, I don't think I am anywhere near man enough for her. I think she would laugh at me and kick me out of her bed. So, check it out.
We should start off with the news person of the show, Robin Quivers, and her many, apparently, or her current young love. And as you said, Garrett, it's sort of chipping away, and Robin is starting to give up more and more about what's going on with this guy.
It's a process. It is a process. It's like getting, a big piece of clay, and we're trying to develop it into the Michelangelo's David. But Howard's great at getting stuff. And Robin, listen, Robin's not stupid. She works on the show, and she realizes, as time goes on, she's sort of got to give it up. But as time goes on, the relationship becomes more interesting.
Now, she was in denial about some sex stuff, right, Jason? Like, what's the deal with that?
Well, Gary had brought up the point that she had said, multiple times on the air that she was looking to date a younger guy when she broke up with Mr. X. And, so we looked it up in the log, and there's certainly many occasions where she was talking about how she wanted, someone really young, someone inappropriately young. She did flat out say, I want to bang someone inappropriately.
Robin's
so now she's clinging to that.
She's playing this very wisely. She said, I said I want to date a young guy. I never said I wanted to bang a young guy.
What's the truth?
Well, no, but we just want to listen. Robin
is not looking to hold hands with a young dude. Okay, I mean, what's the point of hanging out with a 20-year-old dude? What, you want to get to know him? I don't think so.
Robin's, in the grand scheme of the young old thing, Robin's a relatively young woman. It's not like she's 80 and she's looking to have arm candy on her arm. She's fucking looking good, and she's still got needs. Whatever you want to call them.
All right, so those needs get fulfilled, let's say, or don't they get fulfilled? Like, does she keep coming back for more? Is that what's going on here?
Coming back for more why?
Well, being with whoever she is with now, or, she speculated on that a long time ago.
Robin clearly doesn't like to talk about her sex life.
Which is awesome.
Because, it took her like 7 months to admit that she slept with Jimmy Florentine, and I'm still not 100% sure if she admitted she slept with Jimmy Florentine.
I don't think she ever admitted that.
Yeah, so here's the deal. Robin is a beautiful, sexy woman. She is banging. She's not dating a guy and not banging, and I'll just leave it at that.
No, but I think that Robin probably is having relations with the guy, but she doesn't see it as banging. See, that's the difference.
What do you mean?
In other words, she's dating a gentleman that she's sleeping with, possibly making love with, but she's not banging a guy.
That was my terminology.
So you're just saying she doesn't call it banging, but
right.
I can believe she's not having intercourse with him yet.
This guy, yes. Possible, depending, because she said they've only been on 2 or 3 days.
Other guys know?
I'm saying that Robin is acting like she's a virgin. Not acting. She doesn't want to talk about her sex life. I believe that in the 2.5 years since she's been broken up with Mr. X, I'm sure she's had sex I hope she's had sex.
But
so
see,
she's just not talking about
See,
it.
that's what I like, the fact that Robin isn't willing to talk about her sex life. If Robin was one
To
of those
a
women,
point.
like if she came on and she wanted to give us every detail every time, it would get sort of boring quickly. I love that you got to pull it out of her, and I love that she doesn't want to just give it up.
I agree, but to a point, you know, like I mean, when she's dating Jim Florentine for 8 months and still on the mid, she's having sex with him. It's just annoying. I mean, look.
I look at Robin more like a sister. You know what I mean? And
she's everybody's sister.
No, I really do. I look at Robin like a sister.
But I'm
such an asshole.
She's a sister, of course. That's a bad example.
Quiet. I look at Robin more like a sister, and while I do understand that my sister is grown and does have sex, I don't want to know every dirty detail, and I don't want to think my sister's a whore. So I love the way Robin handles it on the air.
I don't look at Robin as a sister, so I'd like to hear all the sexy details.
Are you into Robin?
Am I into Robin?
Yeah.
She's very attractive, and she's very sexual. You know, Howard was talking on the other day that there's some chicks that even though they're pretty, they're not sexual. Robin is sexual. Like, Robin definitely has a sexual vibe from her. So when I look at her, I don't think of her as non-sexual like a sister. I look at her as a sexual person. Absolutely.
Have you ever fantasized about her?
No. That's the truth.
Never?
I tell you. No, never have.
Just don't say anything, Sal.
I've never fantasized
Jace, that's
about
hard
her.
to believe you're sexually attracted to her then.
Look, I'm not. No. I think you're missing my point. I'm not saying that I'm sitting here jonesing over Robin. What I'm saying is that she is a sexual person. I don't look at her like my sister. Doesn't mean I'm going home and jerking off to her either. I just think that she, especially now with her weight loss and her new outfits and everything, she's been looking very good. She's clearly a sexual being, and so, you know, Gary says he looks at her like a sister. When I don't have a sister, but I'm assuming you don't look at your sister in a sexual way at all.
Well, how do you look at your brother? You look at his brother
very
sexual?
sexual.
Okay.
I'm very into my
You know,
brothers.
you got to say, when I started working with this whole gang, I mean, I was a little kid who lived at home with my mommy and daddy, and so that's how long I've known Robin. I'm not saying that I can't think about Robin that way. I just don't.
Right. I mean, like, and I like you a lot, Lisa G, but I don't look at Lisa as a sexual person.
Have you ever fantasized about Lisa?
No, I don't think so. No, the answer is no.
You mean, Gary, Robin has never grazed your mind
Never.
when you've been tossing one off?
No, I could really be honest. She
Even
never has.
accidentally, it doesn't like pop in. You decide not to do it.
No. I mean, it really just, it's a weird thing. I would tell you in a minute. Listen, I got in trouble once. I admitted to jerking off to an intern. I'll tell you any of that. But it just hasn't happened.
I don't think you like black women.
That is so not true.
I've never heard you discuss them. I don't think
that
you're
is
attracted to them.
I totally am.
Are you?
Listen, I don't have like like some people we know, like a
fetish?
Like a fetish, like where some guys are only. But there's many black women that I find very attractive.
Have you ever slept with a black woman?
No, I haven't, but it wasn't for lack of trying.
Benji,
I think black women aren't interested in me.
Have you fantasized about Robin?
I know I've had a sexual dream about her. I wrote it up once, like a real intricate sexual dream.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's popped in my head before.
What about Lisa G?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely have a couple weeks ago, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I just but anyone that's at all attractive, I mean, at some point they go through my head.
How about you, Sal?
What? Robin, absolutely. I would love to have crazy, wild, filthy, stretch-out sex with Robin.
Now, was this...
And
wait. Before you get to Lisa, was this with Robin before you worked here, like when you were a listener, or once you met? Like, how did that work?
I would say both, And Lisa G, definitely. I would love to, just have crazy, wild-on, filthy, smelly sex with Lisa G.
Well, Jason says that Lisa really isn't sexual at all. Is that what appeals to you? That you can kind of
you're going to turn her into a whore.
Exactly.
No, well, that would be my fantasy. But let me ask you guys this, Gary, Robin or Lisa G. If you had to choose one to bang, who would it be?
Probably Lisa G.
And you, Benji?
If you're talking about for the
If you had to pick
show
one.
notoriety wise, Robin, but purely I'm hungry for it, Lisa G.
Jason?
This is an interesting question because I think if I'm with Lisa G, I'm in charge, and if I'm with Robin, she's in charge. And
doesn't have to be that way.
I don't think I'd have a choice with Robin, at least. But I don't know if I'm man enough for Robin, so I'd go. Nah, you know what? Fuck it, I'll go Robin, dude.
How about you?
You know what? I don't want to have to. I've never been with an older, experienced woman, and Not that Robin's older, but I have a feeling she's more experienced than Lisa.
Would you rather take care of Robin's cats or Lisa G?
But how about you,
Robin.
John? How about you?
What?
If you had to bang one, Lisa G or Robin?
Robin.
Really?
No doubt about it.
Wow.
John doesn't like G.
And Teddy?
Both at the same time.
No.
See, for me, the reason why I pick Lisa is, again, Robin's like the sisterly thing, but I knew Lisa back in the day when not only did I want to, I may have even tried to fuck her.
Is there any chance you did?
No, I know I didn't. I remember I used to see her around at a lot of parties. This is like 20 years ago. We would just run into each other a lot, but she always gave up the good girl vibe, and I didn't have that kind of time.
I would love to crisscross her ankles over her neck
right.
with her ass propped in the air, so she looks like a turtle bouncing up and down on the mattress.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, we talked about Richard earlier in the day was walking around with diapers, and on the wrap-up show, we found out why he's walking around with diapers and what he's going to do with them at the Coheed and Cambria concert. That's what we're going to find out. Is that what you want?
I can't
Has it been brought up what Richard was walking around the hall with, and was that serious?
What do you mean?
I don't know what you're talking about.
In preparation for the concert?
Oh yeah.
I don't think it was brought up on the air.
Because I didn't know if it was a joke or serious. Richard was walking around with diapers today.
No, it's serious.
No, it's not.
Can you please?
Well, I mean, you guys laugh.
Hold on. First, let's set this up right. Benji, what did you see or hear?
I saw Richard in the hall with diapers, and I didn't know if he was joking around or he told me it was to get ready for the concert.
Was he wearing them or
no? He had. I guess I don't know. He just had about 3 or 4 diapers.
All right, here's the deal. So, Howard TV has a big thing of diapers. That they have around here. I guess for bits and pranks.
You don't need to explain.
Okay, but I asked Joe Jordan if I could have like 3 of the diapers. Because I'm going to 3 more Coheed shows, and they're my favorite albums. The last 3 albums by them are my favorite albums by the band, and I'm gonna wear the diapers to the show because I don't want to miss anything.
And you guys did give him a lot of crap about doing it in his pants last time.
Yeah,
So and
it's totally not a bit. I literally am going to be drinking beer, and I don't want to leave to go to the bathroom. It's not a bit.
Can I suggest something slightly more hygienic? And I'm not kidding around. They make a thing, you see it advertised in sports magazines all the time. It's for guys who go to football games. It's basically like a condom that goes over your dick with a tube, and it goes into a bag that you tie around the bottom of your leg. And that way you're not soiling yourself.
Yeah, but the second somebody moshes into my bag and it explodes, I'm in trouble.
Would you shit in a diaper?
I would not shit in a diaper.
Did you wear it?
That would be hard. I mean, I can try it on the air sometime if
Were
you
you
guys
wearing?
want.
Were you wearing a diaper when we went to see Rush?
No, because there's a few Rush songs that I could take or leave, and that gave me a chance to go to the restroom.
You should just wear one like all the time.
Right.
Think about how much more productive you'd be.
That's true. That's true. And, it's funny. Howard said something on the air the other day about sometimes he's so busy that he doesn't have time to go take a piss.
Yet somehow he finds the time.
But I'm the same way. I'll hold a piss until I literally cannot hold it anymore and then have to leave my office.
Do you know what percentage of the concert goers at a Coheed and Cambria concert would probably wear diapers?
I think I'm the only one. 0.0001.
Would you urinate more than once in the same diaper at that concert?
Probably, yeah. I even looked on the thing, and they're extra absorbent. So.
But Gary, you guys had a contest once where you guys peed in diapers. You peed once in it, and
it expands. It gets like a
super
rock.
heavy.
Yeah,
right?
it gets super heavy. Listen, even if anybody who's have kids, you can pick up your kid who's wearing a diaper. If they peed in it, you could just tell it's heavy and gross.
Do you have like cargo pants or something like to adjust?
And you should get
I got tight diesel jeans on, so I don't know how it's gonna work.
What's that stuff called, John? Bombex. You should get Bombex so you don't get a rash between your legs.
bomb.
I always wanted to take. We talked about it as a bit. I always want to take you to like a McDonald's and like change you on a changing table.
I would do that.
But now, are you going to do the other thing? Like I don't know which the numbers are. Number 2.
Oh no, they just.
You don't know the
asked that,
difference.
yeah.
You don't know the difference between number 1 and number 2.
I always forget.
One's in the front, and 2's in the back.
You're like that caller. He just asked that before.
Oh really?
But 2, number 1, you can get away with. without people noticing. I think if I was
a grown man
grunting and had a grimace on my face, people would know I'm shitting in my
But during a
pants.
big part of the concert, you could just when everyone's like, yeah!
Honey, the retarded redhead, it looks even more retarded.
Good morning, Matt. You're on the air.
Did you hear a wrap-up yesterday?
Yes.
For Ronnie the retard saying that what you did at Jimmy's wedding is no worse than what he did at Bubba's wedding? Let's fuck some whores!
Ronnie, for some reason, is obsessed with me, and well, not for some reason. He's obsessed with me because he sees I'm successful and stuff, and he wants to be me. And he was on the wrap-up show yesterday. I should play you the clip. It's so funny. Ronnie's talking about when he was at Bubba's wedding, how it's the same thing. Like, people pushed him up there, and if you remember at Bubba's wedding, Ronnie got up there and started yelling out, "Let's fuck some whores," while little children are in the room.
Right.
So he's saying, well, it's no different than Howard going up at Jimmy's wedding and dancing with Jimmy. First of all, it's completely different. Number one, you're not me. That's number one. It's a huge difference. Number two, I didn't go up and start yelling in front of children to go, "Let's fuck some whores." I did something that was humorous and something in keeping with the tone of the wedding.
And Bubba was pissed at him for that.
Of course he was. And Jimmy was grateful that I got him out of that. It was at the very end of his first dance, and no one knew how to end it.
So how is it alike? It seems
I'll
like the
play the clip.
outcome was all different.
He's out of his fucking mind. Ronnie has real perception problems, but you got to love it. Makes the show funny, but let me see if I can find wrap up. I think it's Gary page 2. Don't ask what's going on with these pages. I should get paid a lot of money just for remembering what's on what page. Let's see. Here.
Hey, Howard.
Here, wait, I'll play it. I'll come right back to you, Matt. Here, let's listen.
Ronnie, you're another one who gets accused of being, the life of the party, not always in the best way.
Yeah, I know. And I think if I would have done something like that.
By the way, this is calm Ronnie. Like Ronnie not trying to yell. And it's even more disturbing than crazy Ronnie.
I probably would have caught shit this morning first thing.
Well, I think the difference is that Howard and Jimmy are good friends.
Hey, I was good friends with Bubba, too,
Well, there's a difference between a harmless joke and what you admit that what you were doing at that wedding was out of control. No?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I was dancing.
I hate to spell it out for Ronnie, but people get a lot more excited about seeing me than they do Ronnie.
Well, Ronnie thinks he's you.
Yeah. I did the same thing. I got up there and I said, "Let's fuck some whores," and it killed. Everybody loved it.
He really did. He really does think that he killed.
Yeah, he really knows how to read a room, Ronnie.
Wasn't I?
No, when you were screaming.
Oh, yeah, okay. But
the dancing I didn't mind.
Wait, but somebody put me up to it, just like supposedly somebody pushed Howard into doing that.
You think it's fair to compare the way you behaved at Bubba's wedding to the way Howard behaved at Jimmy's wedding?
No, but it's the same type of thing where he cut in on a dance, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
All right. And to dance with a guy.
Yeah.
Well, Don't
you think that was cute?
He didn't cut in on a dance. He cut in on the dance.
Yeah.
Right.
At
That's
the
what
end
I mean.
of the dance, yes.
Yeah, but could you imagine, say, for some stupid reason.
Yeah, if you did it, it probably would have tanked. You're right.
Yeah, at Jimmy's wedding.
Yeah, I could imagine Ronnie doing that. And after
At
Ronnie
Jimmy's wedding.
But that's the problem with Ronnie hanging around with me. Once he sees me do something, he tries to do it, but it always goes wrong.
was invited to that wedding, and I did that, and he was there.
Yeah, it would have tanked.
Well, your relationship with Jimmy is different than Howard's relationship.
I'm not saying that. If it was the same type of relationship,
because you're so bent out of shape.
I'm not bent. Why am I bent out of shape?
Oh my God, he's here.
I wasn't. What do you mean? I was trying to imitate you.
You're never gonna.
What are you crazy? Because I did it way before you would ever do anything like that. What are you talking about?
You rationalize.
I'm not rationalizing anything.
You rationalize your bad
John
behavior.
fucking sticks a fucking knife in your back and he asks you a question. I answer it, and I knew I would get fucking hammered this morning.
Well, Ronnie, how could you say that this...
I'm not talking to you, okay? I'm talking to Howard.
You're not talking to anyone. You're just yelling.
No, because
I'm jealous.
Because I knew right away that I would get this shit this morning.
Well, why do you bring me up with your idiotic behavior?
He asked me a question.
It's completely different.
You're the one, it always gets brought up because you do stupid things at weddings or whatever.
You do.
Okay.
Ronnie,
but I've done that. I've done that for years. It's not like I'm imitating you.
That's my point. You rationalize.
Oh, you've always been stupid, is what
Yeah, that's right, Robin. I've always been stupid.
He's been the jackass moron at every fucking wedding.
Okay, fine.
Way before me.
I'm glad. Well, all of a sudden you decided to have a good time. Thank you.
Oh my goodness! What are you saying?
I've been having
Ronnie?
a good time for years. You haven't.
Ronnie, even Sal knows that there's difference, I think, and he's a real buffoon.
Dude, you know what?
Who's a bigger buffoon, Ronnie
I wasn't
or Sal?
comparing it to Jimmy's wedding.
I think Ronnie is, because Ronnie thinks, let's fuck some whores is the same thing as
As cutting in on a dance. Yeah.
I love the comparison.
Yeah.
Somehow I get.
All right.
You're worried about people stabbing you in the back. Every chance you get, you're like, oh, Howard did it. Howard went
That's
up there.
not what I said.
That's what you just said. I just played it.
Exactly what you said.
I said if I would have done that, I would have got hammered for it.
Yes, you would have, because it's inappropriate for you to be doing that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have done it if I was, for some reason I was there. I wouldn't have done it at his wedding. I don't hardly know the guy.
Who knows what you would have done at his wedding?
Please stop it.
Would you have shaved the Batman mustache for his wedding?
Dude, what do you have? What are you doing this morning? What are you What are you breaking my balls for? You got nothing else to do?
Apologize to Jimmy for breaking in on the dance.
I should apologize to Jim?
That's right.
All right. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
And by the way, can I say something on a different topic? This isn't about Ronnie. But yesterday on the wrap-up, so I also heard Scott DePace and Gary and everyone debating whether or not I hit the ball on the golf course 300 yards.
Howard, I have my doubts on that.
Well, let me tell you something. I wouldn't know 300 yards from 100 yards on a golf course. Jimmy wrote me a fucking email from his honeymoon yesterday and said not only did the golf pro tell him, and he'll sign an affidavit and take a lie detector test, and what do I care if you believe me or not? Not only did I hit it 300 yards once, it wasn't like it was once. I might have done it 5 times.
That video definitely wasn't 300 yards.
I don't know if that was the 300-yard shot, but it was at least 200 yards. And the pro came over and verified it. It's not up. Listen, I don't know anything about golf, and I'm sorry to all you fuckheads who go out on the course every single day attempting to play golf, and you can't get it right. And I just go out there for the first time and slam the motherfucking ball 300 yards. I'm sorry for you, and I know that hurts, and I know that's painful for you, but the game ain't that fucking hard. At least the drive ain't.
If you had a club your size, I guarantee you would have hit it like
Yeah.
you're like a real life Happy Gilmore.
I was hunched over like Nosferatu.
You'll hit a hole in one at every
In fact,
hole.
when somebody told me that you could keep the tee out of the ground, like keep it sticking up, I hit the ball even further. And I'm sorry for you guys that you fucking play every week trying to get good at it. I'm a natural.
And you know where
sorry.
the tee goes, and you know the stance and the grip.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Yeah,
and all I know
your
is
boy DePace is very bothered by that.
he can't handle it. I mean, and by the way, DePace isn't the only guy who couldn't handle it.
Howard, I'm glad for you. I love
Thank you.
That you hit the ball.
Oh, he's full of shit. I mean, you had to see his face yesterday when you were talking
Well,
about
no one can believe it because they've been playing for years and they can't hit that stupid ball 300 yards.
You got a video of it, though. You must have used that video caddy, right?
My wife was... Yeah. He's upset I didn't use video caddy. My wife just used her iPhone. Silly her. But, I didn't even know she was videotaping me. And then someone says, look at you, you're wearing all black. I go, yeah. I came to the resort. I wasn't going to play golf. I fucking was waiting to get in my room, and I was killing time with Jimmy. I said, let's go hit some balls.
Who are you supposed to dress for in this golf? That you have to wear a special outfit?
Oh, you're supposed to dress like some kind of, fruity nut cake. Yeah, what do you wear to pace? Your fucking stupid golf shorts and
Oh, he's got a whole uniform. He talks about all and his cigar, and then he goes and he smokes his cigars.
Yeah,
it's a whole deal.
Yeah, it's great. Uniform, that's even more how I piss on golf. I went out there in my fucking shitty clothes, all dressed in black.
Do you really need special clothes for that?
Evidently, my special clothes, people ought to switch to what I'm wearing because I know how to hit the ball. If anybody wants some golf lessons, I'm now teaching.
Well, Howard, there's your next movie, Happy Gilmore 2.
And you know what I did? I said, it's like every other sport. I put my hands together. The club was too small for me, by the way. And I kept my arms straight, and I just kind of swung it and hit the stupid thing. Now, I'm not saying I hit it every time. As a matter of fact, there were a couple of my first swing I missed. I swished the whole thing. It took me 2 or 3 practices before I could hit it, and then I just started whacking it. I was in my zone, and it was weird too because it is sort of exercise because my chest and my side were actually kind of on fire after I hit about 30 of these balls. You know what I mean?
You have a blister on your hand? Were you actually on a golf course or the driving range?
Driving range.
But the whole resort was a golf course.
Right.
Like I said, Mark Consuelos was playing with Jimmy's uncle or something. They would drive around on a golf cart, and they were actually playing golf. And,
right.
And Mark actually has his clubs flown down. He takes it all seriously. That's why everyone's pissed. I come down there. They give me some shitty club that doesn't even fucking fit my hand.
It doesn't even fit you.
No, and I'm all hunched over. And I just take
everybody's been telling themselves the reason their game sucked is they don't have the right club.
Yeah. Everyone's all hung up on their clubs.
Custom made.
Yeah. I was like, whatever these clubs are, these are fine.
Give me any club.
Give me anything. Give me a bat. So easy, too. Because, baseball, at least, someone is throwing the ball trying to not let you hit it. With golf, the ball just sits there on the stupid ground.
It's waiting for you.
If you can't fucking hit that ball, it's sitting still. You know what? You're an uncoordinated spastic.
Yeah, but you won't be saying that if you play 18 holes. Because
I wouldn't even waste my time. It's too easy.
And your ball goes in the woods. It's not all as fun as it is in the driving range.
Nah, whatever. I mean, if it's not fun, why would I do it?
Well, like Howie Mandel said, if you got ADD, forget about it.
Yeah, anyway, I'm just busting balls. I know golf's hard, but I really did. I have beginner's luck. What can I tell you? And it's just bothering everybody. Everyone just can't handle it. But Jimmy is willing to sign an affidavit. Now I got to go draw up an affidavit. Where am I going to get that?
Whatever that is.
Yeah, we don't even know. All right, Ron. No big deal.
All right.
Go break in on a dance. Do whatever I do. There goes Ronnie, the limo driver. Still has the Batman mustache. It looks great.
Mr. Munn?
Yeah.
Seems like this is sort of a cycle with you and Howard. I mean, you do something, he reprimands you, you get upset, you sort of come back here and sulk for a bit, and then it kind of...
What do you mean sulk? What am I sulking about? I'm not sulking about it.
You criticized your behavior and the way you sort of handle yourself at weddings.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so? What's your problem with that?
Where are you at in this cycle? Where are you at in this process?
What do you mean?
Is this the sulking part? Is this?
No, I'm not sulking. I have a new man in town that took over for me. I've been quiet at things. We have John Lieberman now who takes over for me. He's the maniac at weddings and dances and parties and whatever.
So you've been affected by Howard's criticism of your behavior. It's changed the way your thought process, and you maybe have a little talk.
No, I still have a good time. I still have a good fucking time.
By the way, for all of you negative people out there, I just want to say something. George Zimmerman has been out for 2 days, and he hasn't killed one black child yet. Just so you know. For all of you who said he would, there you go. I can't believe that fucker got away with that thing, man. I don't get it.
A juror is talking, and I'm fascinated to hear what she says. Apparently, I was listening to her, and she believed a scenario, I guess, that was put forward by the defense. that yes, George Zimmerman went too far because he followed Trayvon and got out of his car and that whole thing. But then she says Trayvon then decided that he was not going to be intimidated by George Zimmerman, and he got into a fight with an armed man.
George Zimmerman never should have gotten out of his car. George Zimmerman never should have been following this kid. The kid wasn't doing anything suspicious. It's ridiculous. They still haven't established what it was that was so suspicious. It's insane.
But she didn't care about that. She cared that they got into a tussle that Trayvon should never. It was like Trayvon's fault, is what she was saying.
Yeah, evidently, if you're finding the guy innocent, you got to put the blame on Trayvon. I don't get it. I really, truly don't.
Well, this is why we got to stop the jury system.
Yeah, maybe it's time to change that
The
up.
way she was talking, it was like she had a videotape of the whole thing.
That guy was a total moron, Zimmerman. I mean, you know, you heard the phone call. The cop said to him, do not pursue this gentleman. We'll establish whether or not he is, quote-unquote, suspicious. Going around, he's looking for trouble. He's got his gun. Big shot.
He's sizing up people as they walk.
Yeah, no one asked him to do that. Get out of his car. I'll beat the shit out of you, too, you get out of your fucking car. Stay the fuck in your car.
Hey, Howard.
Yo, Benji.
Yeah, I think you're so wrong on this case.
Well, that's when you get in the show, we'll all hear your opinion.
If you ask the guy...
Benji?
Yeah, all right.
Not in the mood.
And now, we head into the vortex with Benji.
No,
Benji,
we don't.
What worries you most about the conflict with North Korea?
Firstly, is North Korea even technically a Korea? What designates it to have rights to be a Korea? Is Kim Jong even technically real? How do we know he's not really Chinese?
This has been a production of The Vortex with Benji.
Anybody want to hear what Benji thinks?
Let's pursue it for a second.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
He might have been racist. He might have been following him for the wrong reason. But if Trayvon took the first swing at him and
You
started...
don't know that happened.
You're absolutely right. I don't know it.
So where's your legal standing?
The only thing that's legal in this discussion is we do know that Zimmerman claims the kid was suspicious.
That's not illegal.
The question, okay, if he's suspicious... A, what made the kid suspicious? What was he doing? No one can answer that question.
Let's say it's because
B,
Zimmerman is racist.
They told him not to get out of his fucking car
let's say
with
you're
his gun.
absolutely right. Zimmerman's racist, and
All
that's
right.
why. That's why.
All right, you win. I lose. Okay,
No,
you're right.
if someone is racist,
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't care what you have to say. What is
Really?
it, Gary? You want to say something?
Yeah, if the operator said, don't follow him.
Right.
And he followed him.
The operator didn't say that.
He did.
Yes, he did. I heard
Oh
the
my
call.
God, there's a tape of it.
He said we don't need you to.
Yeah. Oh.
See, again,
You're in
that's the vortex.
But that's not. That has
there
nothing
we
to do with
go.
actually what
Let's
happened.
stop now.
That doesn't-
Let's
that's
stop.
not-
All right.
That does nothing to do.
Microphone's off. No need. What? Oh, your microphone can go back.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Ted, you should read Ted Nugent's article. Ted Nugent is like,
What's he say?
Oh, my God. Zimmerman is totally correct. He starts comparing it to these thugs in Chicago. That Trayvon Martin was a thug, just like all these kids in Chicago.
Oh, my God. See, there's a guy who also would be suspicious.
But also, let me ask you a question. If you're walking through a neighborhood, right? Somebody starts following you.
Yes.
You might turn around and go, "What are you doing?" Listen, there's only two people who know what happened, and one of them's dead.
Right.
And so
that's the problem with every kind of murder trial. The murder victim cannot defend himself.
So the live guy can say whatever he wants.
Right.
Because DePace and I were just arguing this, and he was saying, I said he should have never followed him, and he said Zimmerman turned around, but then Trayvon went after him.
No, he
And
didn't.
how does he know that?
He has a broken nose to prove it.
He has a broken nose to prove it because he got out of his car and started in with the kid.
Stuck his broken nose where it didn't belong.
But Scott, how do you know that he turned around?
How do you know that he did? How do you
Why?
know
The
that he
cops
did?
told him.
Again, that's what I said.
he's
That
not a
juror
police
acted as
officer.
if she saw a videotape. No one knows.
Right, and so are you
What we
guys
do
saying
know
you
is
saw
that
videotape?
Zimmerman should not have engaged at all.
He wasn't a cop.
And no one's answered the question, why is this kid considered suspicious? I'll tell you why,
Just
because
for
he's black.
walking?
Because he's a black kid in a hoodie. Case closed.
How do you
dead
know
and did
that?
nothing wrong.
What if it was
Why
a
do you-
white
what do
kid
you- wait a
and
second.
he followed him as well?
He didn't follow a white kid.
Well, how do you know he did?
And you don't know if he won't the next time.
Look,
Why
they
is the
had to
why
be able
won't
to
George
watch-
Zimmerman
they had
answer
to
the
be able to
question?
watch. They had
Why
to
is
watch
that kid suspicious? What was so fucking suspicious about him?
Because he had a hoodie on.
Right.
Bullshit.
Oh, stop.
No,
In the
he said, he gave her a
That's
reason.
retarded.
He said
It was
because he was
in the
walking in an
rain.
area that people didn't usually walk in. He didn't recognize him. And
All right.
he was wondering
So
what,
call the cops.
and
Right.
he did that.
Right.
And
And then the
what
cops-
did the cops say?
We said we don't need you following him.
Okay. And what did he do?
Well, he says he didn't follow him.
No.
So how did he get there? Was he magically
How did he
transplanted?
get out of
He
his
says
car?
Trayvon came up to him and
in the
said,
car?
He said, I don't know exactly. I don't remember
come
exactly.
on. Use your fucking head for once.
But you don't know that.
Yeah, please. And my name's Howard, not Hard.
Hard.
Here.
I keep getting my microphone turned
Well,
up.
when
I didn't
turn
do
off his
anything.
mic, when I turn off his mic, I turn off yours.
But it's interesting. One way or the other, you have to give one person or the other the
You know
benefit.
why I love this show? I can turn people's mics off. And, you know, that's another thing. My psychiatrist was working on with me yesterday. I'm so upset that I can't control the world. You know what I mean? I can't control people. I can't control what and I can't accept it. And the one place I can control everything and shut down guys like Benji is right here. That's why this is why I am linked to this show.
I always wonder.
Say something, Benji. Go ahead.
If George...
See? Boom. Done. That's how the world should be for
See,
me.
I wonder what your life would be like if you didn't have this radio show, because it gives you...
Be miserable.
No, it gives you an outlet to do things like, in other words, what would you do if you were a regular working guy and you had to listen
Had
to
to
people?
deal with Benji.
Or you had to just do, like...
I don't know. I can't deal with any reality.
Because in your position on the show, you get to deal with people the way you
That's
want
why
to.
America's Got Talent is so hard for me. I can't believe I got to sit and listen to these other three judges. I can't even believe it.
But don't you think a show with one judge would be boring?
Yes, but I can't even believe they even pay attention to those other three. I'm not good with people. And listening to Benji is like listening to nails on a chalkboard.
Hard.
Hard. When did you do your name change?
Hard.
You know what it is? Because it's hard for him to get through to me. He calls me hard. Hardy, har.
If you ask someone what they're up to,
right,
and maybe you didn't have any business to do it,
okay,
but they attacked you, and you had your gun on you.
But wait a second, it's not that simple. He didn't just ask him what he's up to and get attacked. He followed a guy, and if somebody followed you and you didn't know why,
and maybe Trayvon might have been in his might have done the right thing.
Let's say Trayvon is a bad kid. Maybe
He might have
thinks
done the
somebody's-
right thing. He might have been scared and attacked the guy.
Right.
But neither might have known what was going on. If someone attacks you and you have a gun, you might end up
But
shooting
this
them.
guy was in a car, Benji. How did Trayvon get him out of the car?
Trayvon didn't do anything.
Let's say that was a
Trayvon
mistake.
didn't do anything where he deserved to be. George Zimmerman will tell you.
I agree
he
with
can't
you.
tell you why the kid was suspicious.
I agree with
All
you.
right, so
But if someone
so
attacked
thank you for agreeing
if
with me.
someone
Okay,
attacked
he
you-
agrees.
Nobody attacked anybody. You can't attack a guy who doesn't get out of his car.
Right. Don't get out of your fucking car.
Do you see
Not
the guy-
a cop. Nobody asked you to do that.
did you see the black guy that got arrested in the Village last week? Guy's walking down the street. Right? Oh, he's sitting at a restaurant with his
Right.
girlfriend, black couple.
Right.
White guy comes by, calls him the N-word, gets up and hits him in the face. Then he gets arrested.
He gets arrested?
Yeah.
Wow. That N-word.
Well, it isn't illegal to say
No,
that
it's not.
N-word.
But it's hard to. It would be hard for me to just sit there,
Yeah, me too.
especially in front of your girlfriend.
I've been called the N-word several times. in
Me
my
too.
life. Yeah.
I know. I really was.
I have been.
No, I was too.
Yeah, and I'm being serious. And it's very difficult to take. I'm a white guy, and it's hard to take.
I don't know if I've ever told you, I had a minor fender bender on 55th Street like 10 years ago, and this black guy gets out of the car, and we start arguing because he's the one who hit me. He broke my mirror. And he goes, he got so mad, he goes, "You greasy motherfuckers are all the same." And he got back in his car, and I go, I wonder what he thinks I am. Does he think I'm a greasy Italian, a greasy Cuban? Like, I spent the whole car ride home trying to figure out what he thought I was.
Which greasy kind were you?
Have you been called the N-word because people think
Yes.
you're black?
Yes. Once when I was in Uniondale, it was at night, and I was walking by, and they told me to stay out of their neighborhood.
Oh, my goodness.
A white guy told you to stay out of there?
It was dark, but he did. He thought I was black. He thought I was black.
You got thrown out of a white neighborhood for being black.
I got thrown out of my own white neighborhood.
Right. Wow. See, you're suspicious.
But I'll tell you, to this day, I still wonder what that guy thought I was. All I know is I was a greasy motherfucker.
Give it up, Gary.
A lot of people are confused as to what Gary is.
Well, you were from day one.
I was. I wasn't even sure what I was hiring.
I mean, well, what did you think I was Hispanic, or did you think I was mulatto?
I don't know. You just had a different look.
What is that?
But I still am endlessly fascinated with this idea of labeling people.
Well, what do you mean you're fascinated with the labeling?
Well, I never looked at you and said, "I wonder what he is."
Oh,
Well, Howard did.
I did.
But that's my point. I'm fascinated by it. That never occurs to me.
No,
you're the
you
one.
never looked at Gary and said, "I wonder what he is."
No. But, I would wonder if I hear an accent. Oh, I wonder where that accent is from.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I looked at him. I was like, I don't know what this is.
And you're not kidding, by the way, because I've listened to my first day on the show many times.
Yeah.
And you, like the fifth question you asked me is, what are you? Oh, Jesus.
What are we dealing with? All right, I got to take a break.
Strange.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Gary, the conflicting opinions on the staff surrounding the Trayvon Martin case seem to stem from respect for the process versus what common logic tells you. I mean, do you understand sort of where Benji or DePace is coming from?
Well, I hear what they're saying. I just don't agree with it.
Can you have it both ways is what I'm asking, because the process...
Well, I understand the process, but there's a guy who killed another guy, so he can tell whatever story he wants. Now, he may be telling the truth. I'm not saying just because the other guy's dead, he's not telling the truth. But there's a couple of elements in there. Howard brought it up. Why are you following this guy? What is it that he did wrong? But more importantly, the 911 operator says, "Sir, we strongly suggest you don't follow him." And he decided, no, I'm going to do what I want to do. And he put himself in a situation he shouldn't have been in. And I think of it having a kid, around that age makes me look at it a different way. What if my son was walking through a neighborhood where he was deemed to be out of place, and somebody took it upon themselves to follow him? And what if it turned into something like that? It's devastating.
Do you think this speaks to the fact that it's a flawed system, that in situations like this where all logic tells you that this guy was out of line?
I think that people in neighborhood watches shouldn't carry guns. If you want to have a neighborhood watch, say, I'm looking at something, I saw a guy, I call the police. Why he's running around with a gun makes no fucking sense to me.
I know you mentioned being a father, but do you also think about the time when you were young walking through a dark neighborhood where someone thought perhaps you were a different race?
Well, yeah. Just because you have logic and you're walking through an area doesn't mean everybody that's there has logic, and so you have to be careful.
Scott?
Yes, that's me.
Joining the long list of political controversy is the Trayvon Martin case.
Whose controversy?
Well, you find yourself right smack in the middle of another debate where you're at odds with Howard and the majority of the crew. What are they not seeing, in your opinion?
That the fact that in this country you're innocent until proven guilty. So, as Gary says, two people have an opinion there, and one of them can't speak because he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but the way our justice system is set up is that you need to prove that Zimmerman is guilty. And to me, it seems that there are some damning evidence, but there also is facts that he's got a broken nose and a cut to his forehead and a tape that pretty much says that he was on the ground being beaten by the other guy. So, to me, it's pretty clear.
Even with the fact that Benji has aligned with you, and does that?
Benji is a smart guy. Yeah, I align myself a lot with Benji. He is a little shticky from time to time, but when it comes to rational thinking, he's pretty good.
Mr. Bronk.
Hey.
I wanted to ask you a little bit more about this Trayvon Martin case. You seem to enjoy playing devil's advocate.
I wasn't playing devil's advocate.
Well, you respect the process and what needs to be done.
I do like looking at something from every side. I like that kind of thing of looking at something from every angle. I like that. But I'm not just playing devil's advocate. That's how I feel. I think it's clear that he wasn't legally guilty.
You're not doing this simply to draw people into the quote-unquote vortex or anything. This is legitimately how you feel. It's careful consideration that you feel is necessary.
I think people are like they do with a lot of things. They want to they have an excuse to let's get George, and they're trying to they're doing that. But now I do think someone was killed, and that was a horrible thing. So I think it's bad that someone was killed, and and there very well may have been no reason for it.
I mean, look at your hat. It's a little bit crooked. It's a little bit urban looking. It's a style. You yourself could have been a victim.
I consider myself a victim.
Well, just chew on that while you're enjoying your watermelon.
Thank you.
John Boy, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Couple more things about the Letterman appearance. I feel one of your best lines was when you shot off the cuff, as I like to say, and you said Paul has some of the best weed around. He was really caught off guard by that.
Yeah, and then Paul said something funny, but you see, you can't hear Paul when he says stuff.
I know, he was sort of muttering and everything was still going on.
Yeah, because you can't hear him. I couldn't hear him, but he was saying...
I heard it, and I gave him a little chuckle because, yeah, he said a really funny line.
He said that he had Vicodin also.
You have to play that one for Benji, but another weird thing that happened, well, it wasn't weird, but they shot to a little shot of Beth and some guy in a suit, and there was Gary sitting there, and it just looked like he really didn't dress for the occasion. He was looking a little, grubby.
I didn't dress for the occasion of sitting in the green room?
Well, you are my producer. You do look
weren't you
you look like a college kid.
I had on a nice pair of jeans, a nice pair of shoes, and a collared shirt. I wasn't expecting to be on camera.
Right, it looked like it because everybody had on suits and maybe that guy...
Because everyone was going out to dinner afterwards.
Maybe they can make Gary a suit and you guys could all pitch in and pay for it, or his wife...
I can afford my own suit, fuckhead.
Maybe his wife might not let him wear it because that's the deal, she likes to keep him looking kind of grubby.
She likes me simian-like, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying a lot of these wives, like you and Sal's wives, they tend to dress their husbands dress them down so they don't...
All right, thank you, John Boy, for the...
And my wife doesn't dress me, Howard. I dress myself. She would like me to wear a suit.
I know what they mean. Sometimes I'm torn. Like, Gary's like the producer of the show, and he's the guy responsible for getting guests and representing the show. Like, maybe he should be a suit guy, like, how Tim Sabian wears a suit. Like, when I'll say Tim is... I'll take it like Tim. Like, if Tim was there, I go, hey, here's Tim. He's the programmer of Howard 100 and Howard 101. And he's got the suit on, and, you kind of...
like Gelman always shows up in a suit.
Yeah.
He's the producer of the Live with Regis.
You kind of feel like something important's going on.
Yeah.
Like, it's true,
he's a man of weight.
I mean, I look grubby, but it's like my organization should be really slick, maybe.
Yeah,
You've had this conversation with Gary before, and you tried, but he
it's up to
lapsed
him.
right back into the T-shirt.
Yeah, it's funny.
You tried dressing better for a while.
I'm trying to decide whether to talk about something on the air, but...
Go ahead. Just let it out.
So, we all have the same agent, right?
Uh-huh.
So I had a meeting with our agent a couple of months ago just to talk about, down the road, the future, and we were going over a bunch of different things.
In other words, when I retire and you have nothing to do.
Exactly.
Go ahead,
which is something I should look into, right?
Absolutely.
And it was weird because he's totally right. What I'm about to tell you is totally right, but he told me that I need to lose a couple of pounds and I need to start dressing better. So I've been slowly gathering some clothing together because he said, you don't have to wear a suit. That would, if you just walked in with a suit one day, that would look ridiculous. He goes, but you have to develop a look that works for you that's better than what you're doing.
Right.
And I haven't gotten around to it yet because I keep trying to lose the weight first. But it is weird when a dude tells you to lose weight, but he's completely 100% right.
Yeah, he's saying a lot of it is image. I mean,
right, he's saying you got to look a little better. You got to look the part a little bit better.
Yeah, because if you look at anyone who's like a producer of The Tonight Show or a producer of Letterman or, granted, like the producer of Letterman is... Rob Burnett. Like, he doesn't dress all that well, but he looks kind of a little bit put together. You know what I mean?
But he doesn't dress. I mean, he's not a big dresser.
No, he's not a suit.
No.
I have to find a look, and Ralph and I are going to go out. I'm going to spend Barney's card that he gave to me. But I'm working on it because I look at myself now and I agree.
Yeah, you look like a schlub.
No, you're right.
Which is okay, I guess, for me. I'm fine with it, but it would be kind of neat to, like Tim, you're kind of proud to introduce him. Like, wow, look who Howard hired.
Well, no,
like a real substantial guy.
I'm gonna
as long as he doesn't talk.
And Tim
I'm going to wear
didn't-
suits that fit.
Tim didn't wait to lose the weight.
Right. Well, all right. He at least got a look.
You know, it reminds me of years ago. I was supposed to have a big meeting at the NBC, right, about a possible development deal. So me and my manager go to eat at a restaurant across the street before the meeting to go over stuff.
Did you have food stains all over your shirt?
Well, what happened was, listen, so I'm eating, a salad with a ton of Russian dressing. We fooled ourselves that, salad was good. It's drenched in Russian dressing. And a huge glob of Russian dressing falls on my shirt. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I gotta, And he's like, you know what? Don't worry at all. You're the talent. The talent gets away with that. They'll think you're eccentric and an artist. And, I'm the one selling us. And I'm like, all right, he convinced me. Fine. 3 seconds later, an enormous glob of Russian dressing falls on his shirt.
Right.
And I'm like, now what are we going to be? The Russian dressing gang or something?
Yeah, right. Well, we all look the same.
Yeah. See, like I looked at your suit the other night. And I was like, maybe I should get a suit made for myself.
Yeah.
Except I don't plan to be this weight for long. I've just been this weight for a year. You know what I mean? Like I keep thinking I'm going to lose weight.
Yeah,
I don't want to suit.
I wouldn't count on losing weight. I would just get the suit. They can always take it in.
Well, Don, your agent, he's a guy, he always looks what you'd call dapper. Like, he's the definition of dapper.
Somebody said he should wear a cape.
He has on occasion.
Yeah, he should blow in with a cape.
He's worn that fedora and his coat slung over his shoulders. It looks like a cape.
Joe, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how y'all doing? Hey, look, I was kind of talking on what John Boy was just talking about. Next time you take Gary, I really think you need to make him wear the beekeeper's mask.
The beekeeper's mask is a look. I mean,
that's impressive.
Hold on, I would tell you something right now. Howard has no jurisdiction over the mask outside of these four walls. Okay?
Wouldn't that have been cool if, like, on Letterman, Gary had the mask on?
But nobody would know what it meant except for our fans.
Well, no, you're taking. It's weird because Beth is there, a hot chick, same theory. You got to have the mask.
Well, I would have said to Letterman, I would have said, you see, my producer wears a beekeeper's mask. He's being thoughtful of other people.
Listen, if that's what's going to go on in this room, then Benji needs to wear a mask and Artie needs to wear at least a veil.
And I probably need a veil as well.
I'm not arguing with you that I need a mask or not. I know I do.
Yeah, I could be proud of that look if you walked in with a beekeeper's mask.
What happened to Artie's dark glasses? For a while, he was sporting those.
Oh, you know what? I may have them on me. Thank you, Robin. Well, I have Vegas head. If you notice, I haven't showered since Vegas. I look grotesque.
Your hair came to a point when you walked in this morning.
Yeah, oh, man.
Ralph, you're on the air.
Hey, now. Hey, Gary, I mean, seriously, like, most of the time you're overweight. So 90% of the time you're overweight, so you should dress for being overweight. If you lose weight, then you change your clothes.
No, you're right.
You look good at any weight. And, you really do say a lot by how you dress and how you walk into the room, what people think. Like the other day, you guys were shooting something for Howard TV, some promos or something, and I was sitting I'm not trying to goof on you, Gary, but I'm sitting in the control room, and, you're doing a read. You clearly knew that this was planned.
No, I actually didn't. That's the whole point, Ralph. Seriously, they don't even tell us when they're shooting this stuff.
Yeah,
they don't? What kind of organization do we have?
Like they came in that morning and they go, hey, we're shooting some stuff. Could you come in? Although, to Ralph's credit, I would not have probably changed anyway. But I didn't know it was coming.
Well, you stopped wearing that shitty Adidas jacket that you wore for years. I see you took that off.
Now I'm onto the Sirius jacket.
Now you have the Sirius sweatshirt.
I wouldn't wear anything if it wasn't freezing in there.
You know what? Another thing you shouldn't wear is you had on some sport, like some Oakley kind of sport glasses, sunglasses once.
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't good, because if you're not doing a sport, you shouldn't be wearing sport glasses. You had like ski goggles on or something.
I know what you're talking about. They were like, I think they were Oakley glasses. But when Ralph talks about making a statement, like he came in here the other day, and the office was having a debate over whether Ralph was wearing sneakers or slippers.
Hey, look, I mean,
they're cool though.
Oh, they're cool to you.
Let's go to Hazy. Hazy, you're on the air in Cincinnati.
Hey, Howard. Hey, I wanted to ask you, during the first segment on Letterman, at the very tail end, there was an edit. They cut you off, and I wanted to know what you said.
I don't think so. I don't recall an edit. I watched the performance, and I watched it on TV, and I don't think they edited me.
Okay. It seemed like...
Did they edit me again?
I don't think so. When you were talking about that ball cream with him and when he was like rushing you off, do you think he's embarrassed by that talk, or do you think he thought you were going to a place that was going to need to be edited?
I think he thought I was going to a place that he wouldn't be comfortable with, but I think it would have been a funny routine.
But comfortable as a performer, or comfortable like it's going to just get edited?
No, I think he's trying to keep it family friendly.
Going to be
raunchy
off the.
Yeah. I don't know if he thought it would be edited, but he thought by letting me go on, he wouldn't be protecting like the women and children in his audience, kind of thing.
It just felt like the K-Rock days where they were cutting you off and not getting.
No, I was not edited. Honestly, Chad, go ahead. You're on the air. As far as I know, I don't seem to recall that.
I didn't see anything that looked edited.
Right.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey Howard, I have to agree with these guys. You know, I love Gary. It's Chad the Cop, but I purposely set my alarm to wake up to watch your Letterman appearance. As soon as they panned over to Gary, I got startled and I couldn't fall back to sleep for like 4 hours. I was
really? It was that upsetting.
Chad, let's dissect the ridiculousness of that. You watched Howard be brilliant on Letterman for 32 minutes, and my 2.5 seconds ruined it for you. Is that what you're saying?
It ruined my sleep because I couldn't fall back to sleep after seeing
You frightened him.
Yes, that's highly believable, Chad.
I believe it. I believe it. Bobo, you're on the air.
Let Chad have his ridiculous, unbelievable joke.
I loved your Letterman appearance. I just want to ask you think Dave ever get over himself and let me have dinner with you? Because you had said that maybe you and Steve Martin and Dave have dinner.
No. First of all, yes, I will invite Letterman to dinner.
You are going to do that.
I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I think that Letterman reached out to me years ago to be friendly. I kind of, you
ruined it.
I ruined it. It was my fault. I abused sort of the private conversation we had.
Yeah, because it wasn't really about his girlfriend that he stopped calling you. It was about your revealing everything he told you.
Right, and then the girlfriend.
Yeah, what was that about?
Did you think that was an amazing revelation, Howard? When he said to you, I mean, he literally mocked his girlfriend's voice, going, "Why do you keep having him on?" I thought that was very real.
And pillow talk is actually happening.
And I understand his dilemma. I mean, if somebody said something about Beth, I'd be the same way.
You have been.
And I have been. And I don't know. What can I tell you? But here it is 20 years later, and I will invite him at some point.
But then he'd have to bring the girlfriend. He's not coming alone.
He should bring the girlfriend, and we would have. I would sit there with her, and I would apologize to her. I'd say, "Listen, you're a lovely
That's
woman.
gonna be comfortable.
It won't be comfortable, but I'd be willing to do it."
I think, you know what? I find you to be very, like in those situations, unbelievably charming, and I think that there's no one.
Yeah, but I don't think it should happen at the dinner. I think it should be happen before.
Well, how does it? It just happens. Otherwise, you're putting too much on it. I don't think there's any person that you fucked with in the history of the show that you couldn't sit down at dinner and get them to like you.
I'm a very good bullshit artist.
You know what?
You know what I
Rosie
think
O'Donnell.
you should do? I think you should call her and make the invitation.
All right, I'll do that.
Get her number.
But I doubt he'd let me do that.
Let's do it on the air.
People don't trust me with their girlfriends.
Howard,
by the way, and in all fairness to Gary, I do want to make this point before I forget.
Go ahead.
Letterman's people asked Gary to sit next to Beth. He was nowhere near her.
Really?
And they said...
Yeah, then you had Don there.
Biff Henderson said, "Hey, Gary, why don't you jump next to Beth?"
Right. So there you go.
So they wanted you in the show.
You know, Howard, I got to say, and I got to be honest with you, that from a fan standpoint in the show, the fact that you talked about, your conversations with Dave and his girlfriend, it's amazing. It's great for the show, and we love it. But from a friendship point of view, Letterman has a great point. He really does. I mean, he should have been mad at that.
I am not arguing, and even Dave said to me, it's funny how things change in 20 years. In other words, you do mature, and you do in some sense understand some of the lines can't be blurred. Like if a guy... It's the same thing. Quite frankly, I did have Kelly Ripa to my house, and I said to her, I don't want to hear you talking about this on fucking Regis. I said, I'm inviting you over because we met each other, and I said, come on over, and we'll hang out, and that'll be it. I'm not going to make some big deal about it. You don't make, it was like détente. And I would be willing to do that with Letterman, too, And
Letterman even respected that. He said you had someone, and you revealed who it was. And I know guys now who are your friends, who I know you... You give breaks on the air, too. You treat people well.
Yeah, it's really boring.
That's right. It's real dull. No, but I know what you're saying. I think...
he's had lunch or dinner with Steve Martin a couple of times. Do we know anything? No.
Well, maybe there's nothing negative to say.
I don't know anything either. He didn't tell me anything. He's smart. He just sat there quietly.
But I don't even know the dynamic. I would like to know.
It was a nice dynamic.
You want to kill him about a psychiatrist, right? It would loosen him up, you said.
Sorry?
You said that Dave can use a psychiatrist to loosen him up.
Dave does need a psychiatrist, yes.
He does.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, though, the argument Letterman gave you about a shrink is my exact argument.
What was that?
After 3 times, I really am bored with... I feel like I have nothing to say.
Well, of course. But
that's the wall you put up because you don't want to go
and
where you need to go.
Break through that wall.
Yeah.
No, I feel that way every time. I got to go today.
That's a defense mechanism.
Artie, think of all the stuff that you've told us just in here over the years.
Right.
That could fill up 1,000 shrink sessions.
Well,
You just choose not to tell them that.
Can I just send the shrink the tape?
Kevin, you're on the air in Syracuse.
Hey, what's up, Howard?
Hey.
Hey, I was just talking about Gary busting on him about the Letterman appearance. Oh my God! You should have saw him on the Chocolate Factory on Howard TV.
Yeah, Howard TV has a special Gary at the Chocolate Factory. Well, what did you see on there?
Oh my God! Every time he'd get a piece of chocolate, he'd put it into his mouth, and then Howard TV would zoom in on his mouth, and that's all you saw was his mouth going up and down, and his lip licking his lips. Oh my God! It was hilarious.
Howard, that was the craziest shoot we ever did. We go to this chocolate place, right, downtown, and phenomenal chocolate. So the guy takes me on a tour of it's not a factory, but it's like, high-end chocolate. Giving me every kind of chocolate that could be. I've probably now eaten about 22 or 23 pieces of chocolate. I'm like so high from it. And the guys from Howard TV go, oh, Gary, I don't know if they were fucking me. They go, I'm so sorry. Something went wrong with the camera. We have to do the whole thing again.
Oh.
So I probably ate about 60 pieces of chocolate that day. It was even a lot for me.
It was great, though.
I know
Hey,
somehow, with all the crazy stuff we've done on TV, Gary and the Chocolate Factory is the craziest show we ever did, and I don't know why.
Gary and the Chocolate.
Oh, there he is. There he is eating. That is the TV show that you can see on Howard TV, Robin.
I wish I went.
There he is eating. Up, see? And you freeze frame.
Well, hey, as long as we're doing...
Two-handed.
Those teeth and lips are fighting the chocolate.
See, I have another revelation. I'm trying to decide whether... I talked to the guys in the office about it. I'm trying to figure out whether I should tell you now or should tell you later.
No, tell me now.
I have an appointment this week with an orthodontist.
Oh.
I think I'm going to get braces.
Braces?
Why, dude?
Because that's
why. You imagine how great the time is going to be when he has braces.
You're going to be an adult with braces?
Like the heavy metal?
I don't know. I got to go see the guy. Like, I have a friend who's an adult who just got him.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
my wife is fighting me on it, too. She's like, why now?
Yeah.
And I'm like, because...
She married you this way.
I know. But I've been made fun of my whole life. Imagine the idea of being able to pull him back.
This poor bastard, when he met us, he was so happy with his teeth. And he had the worst fake caps. They look like wood, like George Washington with wooden caps.
They were the strangest color.
You know what's so weird about that? I'm listening to the history of Howard.
Yeah.
And I can tell how bad they are by how I sound.
Yeah, and I use it, and finally, I made some joke about Gary's caps, and he said to me, "You didn't know I wore caps."
How did you know I wore caps?
Yeah, and I go, "Are you kidding?" I go, "Gary, they're very obviously fake teeth."
My parents clearly got the discount or something.
And Gary was shocked.
I was.
It was like, God never made anything like that.
But you had been goofed on your teeth your whole life.
Absolutely.
So then why were you shocked that you had big teeth?
Well, no. I had just gotten the caps right before that, so I had assumed that, in my mind,
they look good.
The problem had been rectified.
See, and if we had just left you alone, you would have always thought they were good. So now you're self-conscious. But look, how old are you now?
But I was self-conscious before I got to you guys.
I know, but how old? Yeah, but you weren't self-conscious once you got your caps. You thought you had the problem solved.
Yeah, but I realized, as again, if I worked at UPS and you just did a regular job, I probably wouldn't notice. But after seeing myself on television,
make a big smile,
close up, and slowed down,
I wouldn't do it. Leave it.
Well, I'm going to see the guy no matter what.
I think you go for it. You do whatever makes you happy.
It's going to be funny as our TV show when you're walking around with big braces.
I know, and I'm going to sound weird for like a week.
And what thinking of kids? They're going to have a dad with braces?
What's the big deal?
Oh, come on.
Do you think it's a big deal? There's a lot.
I think.
There's a lot of adults who have braces.
And how long are you going to have to wear them? You have to
probably about 18 months.
Oh, my God in heaven.
Howard, I think we should put that in commercials for Sirius, that Gary is, for a time, is going to have braces. That's going to be great for comedy.
Yeah, the brace year.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny?
I got to call Jackie the Joke Man and tell him.
The orthodontist.
I mean, yes, everybody, it's amazing.
The orthodontist doesn't know anything. He doesn't even know who Howard Stern is. So my wife was talking to him, and he said, your husband will probably benefit from him. And my wife goes, well, it's sort of, that's what they make fun of him, about at work. And he goes, well, they're going to have to find something new to make fun of him about.
Oh, yes, we will. By the way, Gary, might get braces. The price of metal just jumped 18 points because the metal industry is getting ready.
And by the way,
a ton of metal is going to go in.
That could move the stock.
I want to make a statement right now.
Go.
I'm doing this for me. I have no illusions that after 18 months, you idiots are going to stop making fun of me. So it's not about that. This is for me. What
do you think is going to happen? Though? Like they'll put braces on, and what? Your teeth will get smaller?
No, I want them to get pulled back more. I want to fix the overbite. I think the overbite is what makes my lip protrude, And
you don't think you'll have that hangdog look if you get the...
Maybe not. I don't know.
But don't you think your lips are now trained to... Like, now you might have you might be like a guy who loses a lot of weight through stomach stapling. You might have, like, big hanging lips.
I'll have to get lip reduction next.
Right.
You're going to turn into Walter Matthau or Jerry Orbach. If you do, maybe...
I don't think you look... Look, you're smiling right now. You're fine.
How do you know what will happen? Let's let him do it. He's going for a consultation.
See, now I realize that maybe I shouldn't do it. That you're being normal and she's being evil.
No,
I can tell.
But now I'm looking at the close-up. Maybe you do need it.
I mean, it's probably going to cost a fortune because after the braces, I probably then need to replace the caps too.
Well,
this is the third set,
Oh, you mean wait a minute. Can they brace the caps?
Because underneath there.
Well, why
are
wouldn't you
still
lose
teeth.
weight if you want worried about your appearance?
Well, that's part of what I'm going to do while I have the braces on.
Maybe once he has the braces on, he won't be able to eat.
Yeah, and I'm sure, by the end of that, you'll be like a young John Stamos.
You know what I always think, like, wouldn't it be, he'll be John Stamos. Wouldn't it be funny, though, that, like, he gets the braces, 18 months go by, finally gets them off, and then gets hit by a truck? Oh. Like that's how I think it. Like, I'm like, what,
I don't know if funny's the word, but...
I just want these braces for 2 years.
I just have the feeling the teeth will pop right back into play.
Me too. I don't think there's anything you can do with those teeth. I mean, I think you'd have to put like the Brooklyn Bridge on there.
You think they're going to have to be wired shut?
I don't think they're going to be able to do anything.
Really?
If Gary does this for the show, maybe I'll get my stomach stapled.
Gary, I don't think. I mean, the orthodontist said you'd look really different.
Well, it's a really weird thing, the way the whole thing came about. So the orthodontist did both my kids, and he did a phenomenal job, especially with my youngest kid. I mean, you see the before and after picture, you can't even believe it.
Yeah.
And my other son just got his braces off. So we went to a Christmas party. I've been thinking about this anyway because I know another adult friend who got braces. And then I saw Tom Chisano got them.
Yeah, does he still have them on?
I think so, but you can hardly tell they're on.
Right.
I mean
yeah, but he doesn't have big teeth. You got big. I mean, it's gonna look like the Brooklyn Bridge is in your mouth.
So when he first got them, do you realize how hard it is to learn to talk with those things?
I heard. Yeah, the orthodontist, don't let him bullshit you. After he does this, the only thing that's going to look nicer is his backyard with a new pool. And
wait a second, Yucko the clown is on the phone. Yes, Yucko.
Hey, I heard Halliburton got the contract to do Gary.
Yucko has balls calling in to leave himself open. I met Yucko's girlfriend this weekend, and we hung out together.
Yes. Yeah?
You mean his fiance?
Well, I think, Yucko, be honest. Is your new girlfriend, like, managing your career now?
No, not at all.
That's what everyone's been saying.
Well, she came up to me and Ted and everybody, and she's booking gigs. She says, "Okay, I got the venue all set. Now, what kind of price do you want? Where do I mail the contract, dude?"
What's going on?
Slow it up.
Here's what I heard. I heard that whenever she talks about her and Yucko, it's we. Like, we're doing this gig and we're requesting this amount of money.
You mean Yucko Ono?
Yeah, exactly. She's very nice, very pretty, good luck. But, dude, she's trying to take over, man.
I think those were the vodka tonics. But you've never done Atlanta, so we're thinking of getting you down here and shit.
We're.
All right.
All right.
Well,
thank you, Yucko. Toke, you're on the air.
Anyway, I can help out.
Wait a second. There's the Gary puppet with braces. There it is, the first picture. Hi, everybody.
What kind of signal you getting on that?
The Gary puppet is looking at himself in the mirror, and he just scared himself.
No, my God, Gary, it's going to be crazy.
Sal put on the Gary puppet and put giant tinfoil all over the teeth.
I'm ready for all. Listen, how could this be any worse than what I've been dealing with forever?
Toke, go ahead. You're on the air.
I bet it's going to get worse.
Gary, isn't there like nighttime braces? You can put them on just at night, or the clear ones?
I don't know.
No, I think you gotta do it.
He needs the full.
They do make something called Invisalign, but a lot of people tell me they don't work as well.
Yeah, well, if it's nighttime braces, you could sit in the front row of Upper Deck at Shea Stadium, and they won't have to use the lights for games.
I thought that there were braces they could put on the back of your teeth so people don't see.
They are. I'm just going for a consultation.
I see. Bill, I bet she charges you $10,000 for that consultation. Bill, you're on the air.
Hey, now, Howard.
Hey.
Gary getting his teeth fixed is the same thing as Eric the Midget dyeing his hair. It's still going to be Gary.
Ah, that's good. Let's go to John. John Kishmatazaran. Hello, John.
Hey, Howard, how you doing? I saw your Letterman appearance. I called and advocated you going on there. I want to apologize. Waiting for you to come on was torture. That's kind of lame, all those bits. But I think you need to go back to wearing the dark glasses. Your eyes were darting all around.
I was wearing dark glasses. They're obviously not dark enough.
Nah, you need to cover up those eyeballs.
Thank you.
Man.
Yes.
Do you see how people look at these appearances?
Crazy?
That's why I don't want to go on.
I never noticed is that?
Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't want to go on these. That's my last appearance. I'm not looking to be
People's
evaluated.
eyeballs move in their head.
Yeah, mine always dart around. Yeah.
We have some people out here who want a chance to sit in the studio. Can I bring them in now?
Yeah, bring them in. This couple made a bid for a charity event for North Shore Animal League. They paid a lot of money to sit in for some time on the show. John and Diana, and I don't want the whole morning to go by without them getting to sit in. Bring him in, Gary.
Bring him in.
Boy, when he has those braces,
I can't wait.
that's going to be great.
It's going to be so cute.
Hey now,
Hi there.
there they are, John and
Look at
Diana.
this lovely woman who's walking in. Hello there.
You know, all the guys were like, "Hey, that broad's hot," and I go, and they
She
go,
looks
"She
like
must
a
be some kind
movie
of,
star.
she was like maybe a TV actress or something."
Maybe.
But I don't know. Hey now,
Man, nice cans.
nice can.
That's not what you say to a guest, Artie.
They're not guests, they're winners.
This is John and Diana Hunter.
They are a couple?
Diana, were you ever on TV, or people seem to feel you were like an actress or a model or something
no,
like
neither
that?
one, but thank you. I can't hear
Yeah.
through this.
You were a model.
Long time ago.
So you were a model.
A long time ago.
Who did you model for?
Well, a little bathing suit modeling. A little.
I bet. I'm looking at the
Nothing.
rack. Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Is that real? Real
Not
expensive.
Not really.
We don't want to say it was a long time ago, but she was Miss Betamax.
Oh, Artie.
How long have
We're
you guys
giving
been
her a
married?
That's a compliment from you. Thank you.
How long you been married?
We got married a little bit more than a year ago.
Man, you did well for yourself. What do you-
This is not the first marriage, is it?
No way.
Second.
That's the trophy wife, right?
Second for both of us.
That's the trophy.
She's hot.
She's the prize. You must have worked hard. You made a lot of money, and you got her, huh?
He's pretty hot too.
Yeah. How much? What kind of job do you have?
I'm a plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
Bingo.
That's it. Listen, you deserve a hot chick. Why not?
He's got to have a hot chick.
Where do you work at? In Manhattan?
Yeah.
That means he's a good one.
At Cornell, New York
Oh,
Presbyterian.
forget about it.
Would you ever do work on your wife?
I've done little
procedures.
No.
Well,
little-
ask him what his specialty is.
What is it? Botox?
Well,
Breast.
I do a lot of breast and body contouring, but I have a subspecialty in female genital cosmetic surgery.
Oh, do you do that?
Yeah.
And you're an advocate of it?
I'm not an advocate of it. There is a lot of people, a lot of women who are unhappy with the appearance of their genitals.
Now,
and
what do you do with it?
You fry it up and put it in eggs. What do you think?
Throw it on some bread?
You spackle it.
No, generally we just dispose of it as with all kind of medical waste type stuff.
How long were you married? The first wife?
Geez. We were married about 8 years.
8 years.
We met in medical school and survived residency and.
It's like going through the war together, and then you get married. You figure, let's
now
get married.
you don't want to remember the bad times, right?
Right.
Yeah, no. Well,
no one wants war
No,
flashbacks.
they come back when you get married again. But no, I'm sorry, dude. But I was single for a very long time, so I understand all what Howard's
Going through.
Yeah.
But do you recommend taking the leap again?
I do. When you've been single for a long time or you're very independent, it is an
adjustment.
Well, Howard's not independent.
Things do. Everybody does
Right.
say in the best way things change. I think you obviously, Beth, is beautiful and you're so clearly in love, and I think it comes out in the show in terms of you're just clearly in a better place. But when all these guys are telling you. With Chris Rock, things change.
You're going back to Shawshank.
You're going back to Shawshank is right.
Yeah, no, it's
when you look at your wife's genitals, do you ever get critical because do you feel she might need some vaginoplasty?
No, actually, that was wow. When we first started going out, that is important to me. So I said, "Thank you, baby Jesus." She has the perfect
vagina. Diana, do you ever feel like, wow, my husband's
Maybe
evaluating
I should show him
Maybe,
Definitely.
Like, I don't need him looking close at my vagina.
Absolutely.
Right.
No. I know he loves it.
She does ask me what I do at work every day. So.
Well, he's examining vaginas all day.
I know.
So.
What makes a perfect vagina? Like when it's all.
Well, I think different strokes for different folks. It's like everything else, and I think the aesthetic norm for most people, 90% of what I do are
inner lip reductions.
Oh, it's crazy. How many of those do you do, would you say, a year?
Now I do about 100 a year.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Diana, could you show us the perfect vagina, or is that impossible to see?
I'd show it if it was okay with him, but no, I'm just kidding.
What? Whoa!
He almost just clobbered you.
Well, you only do hot chicks, right?
I mean, like some big fatso isn't going to come into you and get a vagina.
Yeah,
fat.
just fix my vagina.
You would be surprised. Most times it is just, average
housewife.
Women,
doesn't cut
women.
down on sensation?
No, actually, I think what people find, and I don't make any promises. I only do external stuff. I don't do any
Right. There's no tightening. Or
I'm not. I don't go in. I don't go inside.
If we showed you Robin's vagina right now, would you tell us whether or not she needs a vaginoplasty?
She would have to. Well, vaginoplasty is again a different thing. For the outer stuff, it's what you like. And
Robin, pull down your pants. Let him take a look. And
all right.
Let the doctor see.
No, actually, we should let Jimmy Florentine tell him.
Jimmy,
Jim,
does she need any work?
Kind of looks like a fleshy canoe. Could you do something about that?
You told me you like canoes.
Yeah, well,
you do occasionally see some really scary looking
vagina.
Oh, forget it. Yeah.
But women really, the part about it, we don't say anything about making things better. But look, think about it. If you don't like the way your stuff looks, it's not likely that you're going to be very responsive in many other ways.
So you think it makes it better simply because you're
women
more
get
confident.
self-conscious.
I did a survey. I did a survey of a large survey of patients, and most of them report that there's a high level of satisfaction, but most of them report that actually things are better. But again, if you like the way things look, you're going to be more.
What's the big surgery now, though? The boobs, right? That's number one.
Statistically, I think breast surgery is still the most popular. Although fillers and Botox and that.
Did you do your wife's breasts, or you wouldn't do that?
No, she came pre-augmented.
Oh, she was already changed.
I've done would do like a little liposuction, and I would, if she needed things fixed in her breasts, I would do that.
Where'd you meet your hot wife? How'd that all go down?
It's hard to believe it's a blind date from our dentist.
Super.
That one was when you kind of go, oh yeah, and I was the second choice. That was the amazing part,
Right. Did
First one is a bore.
Take you a long time to nail someone like her, or did it happen pretty fast?
We kind of we really.
How long did you hold out for sex?
About a month.
A month?
Yeah.
Wow.
What a prude. Hey, doctor, like like in the barber shops, they'll have pictures of other haircuts to.
Do you have pictures of vaginas?
Yeah.
Is that what you're?
Do you have pictures of other pussies?
Sure. Yeah, I have a website which is people. That's largely because I get people from all around the country.
Go ahead, plug it.
And www.labiacosmetic.com.
Oh, really? And you can see vagina?
Yeah, and there's pre and post ops, and people will come in or email and they say, "Look, this is how I want to be." But as I said, most women really are. It's more they want everything made smaller. But I lift, I tuck, I puff things.
You're very into obviously, your job is appearance. What do you think of Gary getting braces? Do you think it makes a difference?
I think Gary is a sweet and wonderful guy, and I think it's. I think he's been tortured for years around here, and I think that it is really what's going to make him feel better.
What is that, fa-fa-fu-hi?
His labia wrap is exactly about my teeth. It's not about what you guys think. It's about what makes me feel better.
Yeah, they all learn about it at the same convention.
Hey, Howard,
what is it, Jimmy?
Maybe you could put a labia on Gary's teeth.
Hey, what is the number one complaint when women come in about their labia? Like, what do they say is wrong with it?
Roast beef.
Too
They
meaty.
hang out too much.
No, too meaty. They just think too much stuff going on.
We got the perfect chick for you. Remember recently that smoking hot penthouse chick who came in here with the beef curtain?
She had saddlebags.
Saddlebags.
You know what?
She likes hers.
I saw on Howard
I don't
TV.
care what these women are too self-conscious. I'll just bang anything.
You're not staring at it.
No, if the package looks good, who cares?
But if you're giving them oral, you don't want it. They don't want to sound like the number 10 from Mr. Sub,
Right. But you're all right. They don't care. The women don't care about what the men. It's not about the men. And as I tell, when Diana asks about this, I say, look, men don't care. They don't even know. Half the time, men don't even know what's going on. As long as it's kind of wet.
There are dudes that sleep with dudes. They don't even know.
If it's wet and I can get in there, the men are generally.
We know a kid who fucks his bed.
Right. All right. Hey, listen. Here's the agenda because I'm running out of time and we need to.
Well, how fascinating! It's a pleasure to have you.
Nice to have you guys here. Thank you for contributing to North Shore Animal League, and that's Dr. John and Diana Hunter, winners of the North Shore Animal League auction. Let me take a break.
The only thing that's going to stop
you.
our their website from blowing up is no one in our audience knows how to spell labia.
Right.
So, guys, how'd it go in there today?
It was great. We had fun. It was perfect.
Now, Howard and the gang, they wanted to talk about your breasts and vagina. Is that a little weird? Was that strange?
Oh, I'm so uncomfortable. No, that's okay. Whatever.
Did you anticipate that, going in there, they'd just focus all their attention on you?
Oh, I didn't know that much. I mean, I just thought they would maybe ask about it.
It was pretty predictable whose attention would be more present. So, but yeah, no, we expected it, and Howard's a sweetheart.
Yes,
and we really had a great time.
So you guys had fun, right?
We had a great time. And I love Artie. I think he's adorable.
Yeah, Dinah wants to get Artie
we need to get him a hot chick. He's just a cutie. So.
Well, he loves hot chicks, so.
And Dinah knows a lot
of them.
So.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks, guys.
Great. Thank you so much.
How happy were you when Gary revealed that he wants to get braces?
Not that happy. I mean,
dude, that's like endless amount of material.
It's like, yeah, but it's like shitting on the Mona Lisa. You know what I'm saying? It's like Gary's teeth. It's like an icon of the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't disturb the teeth. You don't disrupt the teeth.
So he thinks he's making it better, but he's just ruining it in the joke, right?
Of course, yeah, he's ruining it. I mean, you just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is almost like, it's like the 9/11 of teeth, just like taking down the towers. He wants to fix these teeth. First of all, there's no repairing those teeth. There's no amount of metal in the world that can fix those filthy chompers of his. But, I mean, Gary should know that's a staple of the show. So don't do it, Gary. But if you do, don't get me wrong, we're going to beat the living shit out of you over it. So that's going to be fun. That'll be good.
Gary, you really think it's a good idea to get braces so late in life, and especially working with Sal?
Well, it's a good idea for me. I listen. I take so much shit on this show. I take constant ridicule. If I have to take a little bit more ridicule, so that after 18 months, the ridicule might be gone, it's worth it. But again, it probably won't be gone. I said it's for me, not for them, and I think I've long passed, giving a shit what these guys think. Not much.
You should have seen the smile on Sal's face. This is the best day of his life.
Well, it makes him forget his wife has an emotional friend. I'd be happy too.
You don't think it's going to get to you, though, if you do go through with this?
No, I mean,
he's going to bust your balls like crazy.
Everyone's going to bust my balls like crazy. Listen, my braces will come off in 18 months. That emotional friend ain't coming off his wife forever.
Far less uncomfortable than all this.
You're watching Howard TV's HD Clip of the Week.
And let's get to our game. Couples, as you know, there can be no hints.
Okay.
All right. So, I'm going to begin with Evil Dave and his partner, Angie. Remember, the couples that match the most walk away with $5,000.
Oh, my God.
That's good money. Dave, can you use $5,000?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's see what happens here.
Also, we should tell Angie that if you blink 3 times real quick, we will get you help.
Well, I'll take off my glasses.
George and Brad, I know you're very wealthy men, but I'm sure you could always use a $5,000.
We have a good charity to give it to.
Okay, that's very sweet. Blue Iris and Ron, I know you need the money, right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so think carefully now when you answer. We're going to start with Dave and Angie. Robin, who's your money on?
I gotta say, it's gotta be Brad and George, don't you think?
What do you say, Artie?
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put my cash on Blue Iris.
All right, and let's say no one is going with Evil Dave and Angie.
Nobody's taking Evil Dave and Angie.
You never know. All right, here we go.
Country.
First question, free country, right? Here's the first question. Angie, we asked Dave, when your partner orgasms, where does the sperm go? Brad is laughing, but it's not your turn, Brad. Okay, Angie, so you're having sex with Dave.
Okay.
All right, try to picture that.
All right, try to imagine it.
Your wildest imagination.
And your partner has an orgasm.
Okay.
Somewhere that disgusting, gooey stuff has to go somewhere. Where does it go?
In me?
Inside of you is your answer.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a match. Dave said on the bed. He says he shoots his load onto the bed.
See, I told you they weren't having
I don't want to get you in trouble, for God's sakes.
Why don't you know what goes inside of her?
Huh?
How do you not know what goes inside of her?
Well, you know.
Well, you know what? Angie, how could he not get that right?
I don't know. He's a little...
He's a little out of it. Have you
Right
been-
of center, yeah.
Okay, all right, okay.
Right of
I'm gonna
center?
I'm going to go to George Takei and Brad. George, when your partner orgasms, this is what we asked George, where does the sperm go?
When I have an orgasm.
No,
with
when George has the orgasm, where does the sperm
Oh, it
end
goes
up?
in me.
Where in you?
I think that's a clear enough answer, Howard.
Does it go... all you will say is be truthful.
In my mouth.
Well, let's hold up the
All
sign,
right,
and
George, hold
sure
up the
enough, there it is, the mouth. You
That's
got it
the
right. And of course, you run into the bathroom and spit it out, and then gargle. We got the whole detail. Brad, congratulations. I'd spit it out too.
Thank you for that.
That is a point on the board for our couple.
Brad, you and I have a lot in common. I would do the same thing.
Why not just swallow the whole thing?
I don't know. Didn't somebody say once that you shouldn't swallow?
Really?
I heard that semen might.
We might have said
do
that.
what? In it.
Yeah.
Do what? I don't know. I thought
Bounce
it's not
back.
Clean.
Bounce back.
You heard
That's
it might
what
not
makes
be
babies.
Yeah.
George says he doesn't care that you go and spit it out. I thought maybe you would swallow it to show your love of George.
I'll start doing that.
Don't do us any favors.
It's okay. I totally understand your point of view. Believe me. I understand it. All right. Blue, Iris, and Ron. Ron, we said to Blue, when your partner orgasms, where does the sperm go? Ron, you certainly must know where it goes. Where does it go?
In her.
Where?
Mouth.
In her mouth. Blue, hold up the sign. And Blue, what did you say? You said mouth. All right, we've got a tie game now. Blue, Iris, and Ron.
Couples are on the board.
All right, Evil Dave and Angie, you're going to have to do better. The second question. Let's start with George and Brad this time.
A lot of blowjobs going on.
Yeah. Gee, nobody's blowing me. All right. We said to George, Brad, what's your partner's favorite sexual position? What did he say? This is about you. What's your favorite sexual position?
Do I get multiple choice?
Nope. No, you don't. Just describe what your favorite is. What do you like the best?
Brad's favorite sexual position.
That's right.
Not George's.
That's right.
How do I describe that?
He can't help you.
Carefully.
I guess lying next to George in bed.
Go ahead.
No,
He can't answer. He can't answer. He can't
Masturbating.
answer.
Lying next
How
to
are
George
you when you're
masturbating?
lying? How on your stomach?
On my side.
On your side. Lying on your side next to George. Well, let's take a look at what he said. He said you would say on his back, so we can't make it a match.
Well, no, George is on his back.
Yeah, but you
I'm
are
on my side.
But you like
Well,
being
you
on your
got
side.
a match.
You got to match the game. So it
I don't
didn't
know.
matter.
Well, you do it sometimes on
Isn't
your
there a
side,
judge?
sometimes on your back.
No. Well, let's go to Blue, Iris, and Ron. Ron, what did Blue say? What's your partner's favorite sexual position? What do you like best when you're with the lovely Blue Iris?
All fours.
All fours doggy style. All right, that's fair enough. Let's see what the match is. Doggy style.
That's my team.
Wow, Blue, Iris, and Ron moving ahead with 2 points.
I didn't know anybody could match with Blue Iris.
Angie, we said the same thing to Evil Dave. If,
If you had to choose a position.
what's the fave?
I like missionary.
Missionary position. Let's hold up that sign. It's missionary. You're on the board.
Usually I do something right.
You sure do.
Thank you.
Right of center.
Next question, we go to Blue and Ron first. If you could change one thing about your partner, what would it be? So we said to Blue, you can change anything you want about Ron. What would it be?
Choose?
What did she choose?
She wanted to change.
I mean, you seem perfect to me.
Yeah, you
but-
got it.
But what would she change about you?
What should she change about me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the one little thing.
One little thing.
One little thing.
Come on, we're running out of time. I'm going to have to give a no answer. Just come up with something quickly. I don't want to see you guys miss a point.
All right. Well, argue.
You argue too much. Well, no, I don't think that's a match. Blue, what did you say? Hold up the sign.
Oh.
You said more energy. She finds that you're older than her and you lack energy.
Yeah.
Is that true? True. Blue, well, he didn't get the match. I'm sorry.
Sorry
All right,
about
but you're
that.
still in the lead. Let's go to Evil Dave and Angie, who appear to be the mismatch of the century for some reason to us, but they've proven they are really lovers. All right. We said to Dave, if you could change one thing about Angie, what would it be?
He always says I'm too bossy.
Too bossy. Let's take a look. Dave, what did you have? Too bossy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at them coming
You know
on.
what? That's a real couple.
I mean, I think so.
Look at them coming on.
Brad, what did George say?
I kvetch too much.
What?
Kvetch.
Kvetch too much. You. When you say kvetch, you mean you.
What is it? Complain.
You complain too much.
Yeah.
All right, George, hold up the sign. You are too controlling.
Now, the judges, is that...
Well, that's part of
No.
kvetching.
Well, I'm sorry, it's not a match. It's just too broad a category. I'm going to have to take it
sorry,
away. I'm
George.
sorry. It's not a point.
Oh, dear.
All right. Well, we're going to get to our final question.
Semantics.
And the only reason this is the final question is because we are definitely not going to have a tie. I don't think. We're going to see. We might.
What's the score?
Well, actually, we might. Evil Dave and Angie have 2, and Blue Iris and Ron have 2 in a stunning upset so far. George and Brad are behind with only 1 point.
How could that be?
Shocking.
Kvetching is.
Hear the bell go to geography.
It's not controlling. It's complaining.
Well,
it's contring is a different
it's
thing.
a way of.
I'm sorry, George.
Yeah, but you didn't say the thing.
Yes,
Agree with your call.
yes, the judge is older.
What judges?
It's a bald director in the back there.
You've just watched Howard TV's HD Clip of the Week.